Alright, hey, sorry guys, we're discussing the remaster changes, but, yeah, this is episode 30. We've been going that long, and, today, I think the party's going to finally be figuring out what exactly is going on with Varnhold's vanishing. Who's going to give us the recap for this week?
As usual, I'm up for it unless somebody else would like to claim the point. I hear nothing. Here we go.
Let's go.
All right. We had set foot into the Valley of the Dead just to get a little preliminary sort of look at what we're dealing with. We went in at night, and we dealt with these really nasty cyclopean skeletal things. We bashed them up, and we decided we were going to leave the Valley of the Dead until daytime, get some good rest, and come back when we have a little bit more of an advantage. Unfortunately, in the middle of the night, a couple of things happened. First, Vordakai's Raven familiar, Vordakai being the necromancer that we're going after, he flew in and spoke to Giraffe, who was on watch, to try to tempt him into servitude. As theoretically like undead or something, Giraffe didn't seem particularly interested. Thank goodness. Because I don't want him as an enemy. On the next watch, a whole bunch of these fiendish soul eaters descended from the sky. It was a really nasty fight, and each one of them was going after a specific one of us, and they were resistant to all of our weapons. However, we did have tricks that we could use. We focused things down very strategically in order to try to keep people alive, and we did. Nobody died, thank goodness. In the morning, we went deeper into the valley. We came upon, well, there's like this big chasm with running water underneath, a nice flowing river. It's like 100 feet down, and in the cliff walls were a few cave openings, and we saw that like on one of them was, well, one of these cliff faces, whatever, it was like an island in the water of sorts that was of course 100 feet high, and it has Mordecai's layer on it. It's kind of hard to reach, but we noticed something interesting. Some cave openings that we thought, hey, maybe we can investigate some of these at ground level. We climbed down, we brought out a swan boat token, and started to pedal across when these wyverns came out of one of the cave openings, wanted to basically mug us and, take one of our people and all of our belongings, and they leave us alone. We're like, no, we're going to kill you. So we killed them. It was great. And we figured, hey, wyverns came out of one of the caves. They must have treasure. And they did. So we took it. And now, Mordecai's lair awaits.
Yes.
Now the proper dragon has the treasure.
Where it belongs.
And with that, those ill-gotten gains gained by you yourselves, you guys, well, actually do have quite a few claw marks and bite marks still on your bodies as you rest at the top of the cliffs here. The shrikes sort of that are making their homes in this cliff sort of still buzzing about, calling and such, but yeah, we begin here.
Maybe we should take a little breather before we go check out that other cave, yeah?
Absolutely. And this is one of the best possible spots for it.
I won't complain with that.
At the top of a cliff at the doorstep of whoever probably caused this.
Well, we have a bit of shelter here, right? A nice roof overhead. At least there's not gonna be any rain getting in.
This was previously the home of those wyverns that are no longer a threat to us.
That's what they get for messing with us.
We'll patch up here. This is plenty fine.
If you insist.
See some rolls.
But I will definitely be treating my wounds. I'm very hurt.
They changed what the roll dialogue looks like, and it looks worse, actually, on my end.
Oh boy.
They extended the color to a lot more than they should, but that's fine, whatever. I'll fix that next time. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes, guys, on like the remaster and stuff, so we're dealing with that. Might be a little slower today just because, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to really get used to the remaster. A lot of the changes are worthwhile, but you know.
Hey, that means, since Kiba can lay on hands 3 times per 10-minute rest, that means we should get ourselves patched up very quickly.
So with the remaster, I had read into that a little bit. You can regain all your focus points, but it is still 10 minutes per focus point.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Oh.
Beforehand, it was you can only regain 1 focus point
One at a time, yeah, right.
ever.
You could only
in that.
regain one period.
Well, you could
Unless you have
regain
the-
one only if you. It was weird, but yeah, we don't need to talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, so if you guys were waiting here an hour or so, Kiba could spam lay on hands, Gaz could easily heal up Parenth. Good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
If we're in the cave, I feel like we're relatively safe.
Yeah, it's safe enough. So, healing back up to full. And as day begins to, well, rise and wane before you, you have 2 entry points to this place. The hidden one that was hard to see through all the foliage and sort of vines covering it. About at eye level, or a little bit lower than eye level, like 10 feet down from where you guys are, is this one here. And the other one that was apparent to you guys as you approached this cove is down at the base of the water, so that'd be like 90 feet down. 100, essentially.
I think we decided we were gonna try for the more hidden entrance.
Yeah.
Unless we would like to try diplomatically solving things with Vordakai.
That's not going to happen.
For some reason, I feel that a guy that was behind a bunch of people potentially disappearing, I doubt he's going to be willing to talk very much.
I'm just wondering how the centaur got over the water, or she even did.
Horses can swim.
Not very well, if I remember right.
Well, in fact, though, your boat, your swan boat, very large one, still sort of sits down there, bumping up against the stones there as it floats.
Well, are you all ready to go?
Maybe.
I am.
Back in the pet low.
I think I'm ready.
Alright.
Kenneth will follow the expert back down.
Sure thing, yeah. So I will say, Giraffe, I'll say you're the only one who really needs to make the check, as you're sort of leading everyone else
It's so
down.
funny if I got a 1.
Nah, easily enough, you're able to make your way down. And as you sort of get into the swan boat and start paddling it across to the other side there, the cliff face does loom back up to where that little... Well, it would be a cove if it was down at eye level here, but it's certainly more of a cave, sort of covered in vines up there. Looms up above.
Well, you know what they say, they hide the best loot, potentially.
They do indeed say that.
Well, I say that anyways.
Since you're going back up, it's going to be a harder check, a harder difficulty, sort of for all of you, in fact. So what are each of you doing? And if you're
feel like I
climbing,
should-
of course, just roll your
Just
thoughts.
gonna climb up. Hand me the ropes.
I feel like we should be prepared to see to like immediately come face to face with a foe because I wouldn't leave even a secret entrance unguarded.
That's a good point. But I'll go in front. 1, because I'm good at athletics. 2, because I am able to take some hits if needed.
We've climbed to Talon Peak. This can't be that hard.
Not too
Nah.
hard for Giraffe. As you climb up, sort of rope slung over your shoulder, claws raking into the stone as you make your way up to the top. You make it to the top, and you find this small sort of overhang here, a sort of natural cleft in the stone. You don't see anything apparent immediately here, not even an entry point or anything like that. It's almost like this overhang that is not fully going into a cave just yet. Let me actually show you what you're looking at.
Already.
Where are we at? So the rest of you start making your way up, especially with the rope that he slings down and holds taut. It's easy enough for the rest of you to get up.
You all rolled very well too, actually.
Quite well, really. So, up at the top here, a few bushes, some vines, sort of crawling along the far wall. It's encased in a thick layer of them, sort of, as it gets a little bit darker back there, away from the sun. Would be a good time to establish your exploration activities. And if you're searching, of course, roll your perception.
This isn't quite what I was expecting.
Should be interesting at the very least.
What action does Yarmos have on?
Search. And stupefied.
Oh, they changed the icon.
It was always a green eye.
Let's search. Yeah.
No, they changed the stupefied icon. I think.
No, it was
I
always
think
that.
it's
No, it
the
looks the
same, yeah.
same.
Either way,
The game be paused right now?
should be paused. Yeah, I almost never use pause, so yeah. As you guys are looking around, though, amongst those vines at the far wall, sort of encrusted along it, you pull some of them away. Giraffe, actually, sort of the one who was up here first. And as you're pulling them away, you find that there is a hidden stone door behind these vines.
Very nice. Am I able to open it?
Place your hand on it, but it doesn't budge. Just has a simple sort of, it does seem to have a keyhole, like this, that's the only other thing on it. There's no, like, handle or anything like that, just a keyhole.
Step aside. I'll have this. I will
Is-
use. What's
is-
this?
As Parenth gets up there, is there anything magic about this door?
You do begin to detect magic of abjuration. I'm gonna still use them because that's a good way for me and you to understand what's going on. Some sort of protective magic. There we go. We don't have to say abjuration.
Guys, there's something with the door. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it seems to be protective in nature.
Well, if it's more magic, we've had plenty of that, and I'm sure I'm gonna survive whatever this is gonna throw at me.
And Parenth, you can always roll an Arcana check to identify maybe a little bit further. Detect magic just gives you an idea.
I would love to do that roll
Mhm.
before Gaz gets blown up.
Parenth, you identify this as a decently simple lock spell, sort of a magical enhancement of the locking mechanisms of the door. No dangers to it, but just harder to open.
It's actually a spell. Remember when I used that back in the fort? I locked those doors. It's magic like that.
Well, I can probably take care of that as well, actually, while I'm picking this lock. First off, in that case, I will use my thingy here to try and counteract the spell.
Material Essence Disruptor.
My god.
I came prepared.
I like that.
Pull out this, like, cone, like this ray gun, essentially.
The more ridiculous and implausible, the better.
Roll
is,
me the
is this
D20.
still mining equipment?
Hey, this is. I have enough of magical stuff that I keep encountering equipment.
Yeah, roll me that
Gaz
D20 plus
just-
7 there.
Is this just like a free dispel magic?
Yes, it's a gadget as well, so I can like build one every day.
I gotta lower your volume a little bit.
Excuse me.
No problem. And lower. There we go.
I want to apologize. My volume has been very inconsistent as of late.
Yeah, you should be good now. So 15. You pointed at it and you try to disrupt the essence of the spell, and well, it just sort of like the energy you're trying to disrupt just deflects it quite easily. In fact.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
You tried
just-
one thing and you're out of ideas already.
Look, I haven't studied magic. You're supposed to be the expert on how to unspell a door.
Yeah, but it's just a lock. If you're good enough at breaking the lock, I'm sure it's fine.
In that case, I'll just do that. Magic or not, I have experience. I will use expert disassembler to use a crafting check to break this lock open.
Okay. Getting into the lock there, you see the little shimmer of magic that sort of confuses efforts to lockpick, maybe like pulls down a pin every so often. Still makes a key easy to use, but let's see if your attempts are enough. Unfortunately, as you try to disassemble it, it sort of seems to have a mind of its own, fighting back at any attempt you make. As long as you don't crit fail, you can keep trying.
Oh, in that case,
Alternatively, we could break it at the hinges.
Interesting. Let's try the other way first.
All right.
That's I don't mean to presume with this door, but it doesn't look all that very hinged to me.
So does it slide in or does it swing open?
I'll just keep on trying to see what happens.
Spend another minute trying to get this open, but it's complex and it shifts around every so often.
Do I really need to use one of my spell slots on this?
You know, I'll just give me a bit.
As long as you don't crit
There's no
fail.
alarm on this, right?
As long as you don't crit fail.
Well, it'd been a good time to save that hero point, huh?
As you attempt to pick this lock, it seems like there's some arcane countermeasure that was sort of triggered by your tampering here. It sort of tightens up and it seems like it can be no longer lockpicked. All the pins just like slam shut in the chamber of that lock, and it's not going to be opened by those means, at least for a little bit here.
Oh, I have some not as good news, unfortunately. I may have broken the lock.
You
Yeah,
may.
we were waiting for that.
Oh, I could have done that.
You did or you didn't? Because there is
I-
no maybe.
I may have broken the lock. I may have done the deed of making the lock unusable as a means of entry.
So you're telling me that we can no longer get the secret treasure?
Unless we blast this door down.
Is there a spell that can accomplish something more palatable than blasting it down?
Perhaps a spell that could open this door, perhaps maybe like knocking on it.
I mean,
If only such a spell existed.
I could lock it more.
Giraffe, I mean, you can get your fingers underneath some of the sort of hinges of it, at the very least.
Yeah,
Perhaps that's
okay.
an option.
I'm gonna see if I can compromise the structure of this door by either ripping it out, hitting it with enough force to knock it open, or something among the lines of shaking a vending machine until it does what you
Roll me an
want.
athletics check. Pull out the trusty crowbar that every adventurer is assumed to have. And you start getting to work with it, and you get a pretty deep sort of chunk into it, even like using the crowbar to break some of the stone so you have an easier time. And as you're starting to rend and pull against it with all of your force, you hear this pinging on the other side as if the hinges are popping out, before finally the door seems to just like lurch and fall flat on the floor, throwing up
if you're gonna lock a door, at least secure it.
Well done.
Throwing up a ton of dust as you guys look.
Well,
into
if
this
anybody
Oh.
knew we were coming, they definitely know we're coming here now.
Yeah, it's not quiet. It's fine.
So,
Before guys are a good idea. What are the hinges even made of to be attached to a stone door?
Iron, it seems, or some rusted iron there.
Just rolling that as we go in here.
Of course. As you guys enter, you feel dwarfed by the space around you. These halls seem to be made for creatures larger than your own size, as the ceilings seem to climb more up to 20 feet, and the sort of left to right here is 10 feet wide. It's very spacious for you guys as you step through here. And you see some descent here, this sort of long stairway of a sort, leading downwards into this place. All around, cobwebs sort of fringe on some of the edges of the walls here, and this all seems to be carved purely from the limestone of this island that you're on. No brickwork on the
stairs
walls.
also-
And, yeah.
this is
Are
quite
stairs also
impressive.
built for someone larger than us?
Sorry, say it again?
Are stairs also built for someone larger than us?
It certainly seems so. Though these stairs seem to be just slight sloping stairs, like, not specific. Like, they wouldn't be like this each step, you know. But, I gotta move you guys to a new scene.
Oh, goody.
You pass down the hallway here. Yeah, let's up the volume on this a little bit. There we go.
Nothing more exciting than exploring old ruins.
As you guys step down some of these stairs, a little bit more narrow of a passage here, sort of almost irregular in its formation, or its chiseling at least. You step into a space that's sort of tinging on foul in terms of its air. It has that stink of sulfur and tar. It is noxious. Not quite. You can still step into this room, but it doesn't smell great.
Can I make like a mask kind of thing with some random cloth or something? I have.
You certainly could, yeah. But as you guys are stepping into this small space here, you don't see any obvious exits. Those of you who are searching, what are your perceptions?
It reeks in here, guys.
It is
That's
rather
like
It smells
unpleasant.
bad.
Don't be mean to Giraffe.
Hey, you want to go in front, Yarmos?
No, the behind is good for me.
Though, Yarmos, you do end up going in front a little bit. I need to turn off Discord notifications. Anyway, you do end up going a little bit forward because you're looking along the wall for secret doors and stuff, and you're the other one who notices there is another secret door. This one doesn't seem to have a lock, just a button to depress into the stone, cleverly hidden in it. But yeah, seems to open up into some space beyond.
You know, this is some honestly very fancy building. I want to like do a crafting check to see what like I can find out about who basically built this.
Sure.
It's like familiar to anything Gaz has seen so far.
Well, judging by the work here, it's hard to tell because it's all chiseled out of limestone. So there's no like concrete or other sort of material that you would be able to identify or date. You honestly can't tell just because of the context here. Also, because you rolled in public when you should be private on black.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's fine. But even so, you can tell that there's not much to tell. At least here. So the door
STIDC.
is there.
Go ahead and try the door.
Well, even if you roll, sometimes there's no success to be had due to the context. As you open this up, you are suddenly hit by this waft of toxic air. I need everyone to make a fortitude save. Sort of coughing from the imbuement of this sulfur and tar in the air. You look out to a bubbling lake full of tar. You hear the rush of water as you see some waterfalls that sort of seem to be fueling the heat of this room here. And, yeah. It's very misty, it's very cloudy, it's hard to see through this room as well. Fortitude saves, let's see. Kiba, become a little bit sickened for the moment. Everyone else is actually doing just fine. Actually, no, Yarmos, you're also sickened by it.
What is that?
I
I don't know. I need a moment.
Let me take a look.
This is either his roof, which hasn't been finished yet, or it's a giant tar pit, I'd assume.
Ugh, someone's in the middle of making a skunk bomb.
Yuck.
Looking further out in the room here, you can see a few stony shelves protruding from the otherwise sort of blanketed room of tar here, bubbling tar. So it gives you some ways out. In fact, there seems to be some sort of door at the far end here. It's just barely see through the mist. There may have been once a bridge, as you can see some posts going across the tar, but it seems like it fell at some point into the inky soup below.
Man, if only we had that boat still.
The boat wouldn't go across tar.
Wait,
I mean, it would make for a good bridge.
What do you guys do?
I'm assuming we can climb along the shelf over here.
You could. Certainly require a athletics check, but yeah.
I'm going to attempt that.
Athletics or
Athletics, yes.
Huh.
Because there's no, like, balancing here. You're still, like, climbing using your upper body strength. There's no shelf, specifically.
Am I able to attempt to spend time clearing sickened while I'm down here?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Seems like, at the very least, where you're at, may have had some time to get used to this for a moment here. As you guys look out from this secret entryway into it. But Giraffe,
oh yeah.
as you get here, you are going along quite steadily. It's an easy walk, but at one point you accidentally kick one of the stones down into the tar. Just loose limestone around you. And as you do so, it sort of sinks into it and then starts to bubble, the scalding hot tar. It begins to, well, bubble up and sort of spurt tar up towards you. I need a reflex save.
Okay, Phew, I thought you were gonna have like a tar monster come up.
Oh,
Not
that's
yet.
next.
That's
A
nice.
giant tar centipede.
But you use one hand to sort of swing away from it as it sort of spatters against the wall. 35 is not a critical success, though. You do take some damage from the scalding tar. You take 9 total there, because traps were
You guys
different.
hear Giraffe yelp in pain.
Yeah.
Jeff,
I
are you
feel like
okay?
someone
Yeah. Ah,
you want me
Someone-
to come as well and patch up whatever just happened.
what is he saying?
I don't know.
Seems like tar is dangerous. It's bubbling. Any crossing of it, even if you're on the wall, you may get some bubbles blasted towards you.
Gareth is going to try to follow Giraffe with follow the expert.
But Giraffe, you can continue along there.
I want to deal with my sickness before I go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Yarmos is
I-
gonna also retch.
I am going to reroll that.
I'm a master in athletics, not expert.
Yeah, it's +3. He's
Yeah.
doing it
Plus
right.
3, that's right. Sorry. I read expert and
I'm just
thought, oh,
redoing
this is
it.
the wrong thing.
Yeah. Keep
Screw
it.
it. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. You don't have to roll since we're out of combat, and you can just keep spamming
Oh,
it.
okay.
There's
okay.
no
Cancel
specific.
that.
It doesn't seem at the
Oh, okay.
moment. There's no specific need to rush on it.
Yeah.
Parith, as you're making your way across, it's difficult. It's slow going, and because it is slow going for you, I do need a reflex save. So you're dangling above, sort of using your claws to, like a cat does along a wall there. I always think of cats with you. Anyway, you are able to sort of dive away from the worst of it, but you still do take that little bit of spattering, scalding tar.
Is it half of that or all of that?
It's all of it.
That really hurts.
Yeah, why do you think I yelped?
He'll make his way across. Maybe.
Yeah, you continue. It's just, it seems like, well, it takes a little bit for those, like, gas bubbles to form in the tar. If you're quick, you may be able to avoid it, but for the moment, you guys haven't really been.
Well, it seems like we're all going the route of climbing.
Mm-hmm.
I
If you
suppose.
are, go ahead.
I already rolled my check
Oh,
earlier.
did you? 22. Slow going for you too. I do need a reflex save, Gaz. You're almost, though. You're skidding by him, actually, quite fast. Aware of this tar building up, and Gaz seeing it too, like sort of judging where the gas is going to blow up by the depressions in the tar. You've dealt with hot chemicals and stuff. And Kiva, you just zip across gracefully,
Yum.
easily, in fact. So, as you guys get over here, you see this little stream of white-looking liquid of some sort. Sort of milky, almost. It seems also very hot, and maybe sort of this steamy sort of water, or this almost alkaline water that's being fed by so much limestone, just being white. That, I guess that's why, I don't know. You can ask a geologist, but anyway, seems to be what's feeding the heat in the tar as it goes beneath it. As you guys get over here, if your exploration activity is a search, roll your perception real quick.
I wonder if we can block this up, maybe.
Well, we could head down it ourselves to know where it leads.
No, the water, the liquid going into the pool.
Ah, that's what you mean.
Looking here
So I'll
and
just close up.
considering things for a moment, you guys start to hear this sort of like this grinding of wood against stone. Looking to the south here as it echoes across, this blackened, probably very tarry looking door begins to sort of shudder and like be wrenched open as if by great effort, before stumbling through almost is a figure dressed in red rags, a head that's sort of slanted in too far as if their neck had been broken in some way. And they cry out across the lake towards you all. You are the intruders the master is aware of. And as you guys are looking at this man, judging by the red robes, the bushy beard, you guys are aware that this is Cephal Laurentis, once the crotchety old wizard that was a part of Mager Varn's adventuring company, now seemingly suffering a cruel fate.
Yikes.
On his shoulder is a familiar raven that has been stalking you guys the whole time. Ah, there you are. I do hope that you have reconsidered the Master's offer. Join us, else you will suffer a fate worse than death here, just as all those from Varnhold have.
Joining you seems to also for a fate worse than death, if our eyes are to be believed.
Then you'll have no fate at all.
I think we'll take our chances with violence.
May oblivion take you. Zephyr, kill these interlopers.
Who wants to see me throw him in the tar pit?
I need everyone's initiatives.
I don't think that's as good of an idea as you think it is, because he's not really able to drown.
Well, it's
He's
burning
probably
hot.
not tar resistant.
Alright, so the very high initiative from Safal, seemingly already understanding where things are going. This combat will begin with him. Yarmus, make your check.
Oh, God. Keep on doing that. Sorry.
There we go. So, still behind Safal Laurentis, his zombified form doesn't seem to have taken away all of his magical might, however, as you see this glowing red flame billowing in his hands and being shot out towards you guys. I shouldn't be on blind. There we go, public. That is what you may expect.
Oh,
Yep.
come on.
Fireball shot across the room towards you all. I need everyone to make a reflex save.
Oh, well, I got something for this. In fact, I just got this.
Shadow Siphon. Range 60 feet.
Is it the spell itself or the caster
The
that
caster.
you target this on?
Transform the triggering spell into any your spell or magic offense deals damage. If these
Okay, well, I think he's out of range then, because he's 85.
targets the triggering spell, and the triggering spell is dealing damage. I do believe actually it can be local. Yes. Because it is sort of the explosion is the target of the spell itself, not the caster of the spell. So yes, you can actually do this.
Alright, then I
I
definitely do
love
that.
the visuals of this. A
Streaming
fireball.
through the hot steam. And yes, let's first do that Shadow Siphon, Perith.
Okay, it just basically halves the damage.
It
Or
is
I
an
need to
attempt to
counteract
counteract. So D20 plus your spellcasting modifier. I think you can roll that on your character sheet. Under spells, there, that dice roll plus 17 there. Which is going to be, actually, a success. As you're pulling at the filaments of this fire, half of it sort of is whisked away into the Shadow Realm here, and it's going to deal half damage. Half of the damage each of you takes from this. So, let me roll the damage. So with that, Parrot, you certainly did fail, but you'll take half anyway. Kiba, you, let me see if you crit fail. I'm still getting used to the new UI. No, you do not crit fail, Kiba. So you take half of it yourself. And Yarmos, you just dive away cleanly. Giraffe, though, you're also taking half damage. What am I missing? Gaz. Gaz, you succeeded, so you're taking half of half. So half of 17, which is going to be
8.
mhm.
Oh, so I failed to save?
Yes, you failed to save. Cool. So there's magic rocket across the room. Half of it is pulled away into the Shadow Realm, whisked out, and as their third action, they're going to throw up a shield spell as it flickers across the way there. Here we are. So, Yarmos, over to you.
Alright, we seem to be at a huge disadvantage, but regardless, Yarmus is gonna begin by leaping across this lime water.
It's a short enough difference so you can just hop, you know, while
Oh,
as during your
just-
stride.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's within 5 feet.
Yeah, couldn't tell entirely. Okay, he makes his way over here. Hopefully, this guy doesn't have any pulling spells or whatnot.
Mhm.
And then this is going to be second range increment, but that's fine. He's still gonna attempt to send his ghost charge, barreling at this fellow.
Okay. Putting in your hands. It's a long throw, but let's see.
I should make sure that my light is actually active so I can see what Kibuses.
Chucked across and does actually land true on them. Roll your damage.
Great.
Did you take Far Lopper as a feat?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's helping.
So it's second range penalty.
So, as this splashes onto them, this vitality damage, this pure light, or not pure light, because that's more sanctified damage, but anyway,
Yeah.
this positive energy blasts into them. They too do take this damage, and since they are undead, they're also taking the enfeeblement from it, becoming a little bit weakened by that positive energy.
Do you rule Deafened as preventing spellcasting or nah?
Well, it doesn't prevent it, it's always a DC 5
Yeah.
flat check.
Oh, right. DC 5, right. If you do it like that, then I'd like to deafen them as well,
Okay.
using Debilitating Bomb.
Make sure to tell me before you throw the bomb, or does it matter
Oh.
really?
I mean,
Is it a limited
Yeah.
resource?
right, yeah, I understand. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'll put the deafen on him now, but just remember to
Gotcha.
note that it is debilitating because it's a limited resource.
Yeah, I haven't been using that in a while, so.
So it's sort of ringing in his ears a little bit there. Something I did forget. Since this birdie is a familiar, they don't have their own turn, they actually would be commanded, so... Yeah, actually, he doesn't command it, just... Actually, no. He would be commanded by somebody else, it seems. So I'm going to real quick take their turn. It's a very late animation on that, I don't know why that was... Anyway. They just start flying across. You will suffer fate. Well, I've already said that. Go on. So, Parent, your turn.
Oh no, he has dementia.
Oh, shut up, you stupid bird. I'm so sick of you.
Mm.
I'm gonna take a big... I don't have very good reach. I'm going to stride.
Okay.
If I go here,
You would be teetering on it, so you would be flat-footed or off guard. There's fine.
it's still far away. I wasn't really prepared for a very long-range fight here, to be honest.
We could always just not fight him here.
Sniper Street. Yeah, there's a passage here to the north. We could just
Yeah, we can run.
bugger off. Go away.
Is there actually something up there? Or is that like a zone transition? kind of
Yeah, that
thing?
would be a different area you'd be running into.
I could probably try something with that guy down there. Just have to figure out something before I try and tackle him.
Does reach spells work with like wands?
Yes.
Okay, so one action, I'm drawing forth the wand of sudden bolt, and I'm casting shield, and that's my turn.
Alright. Getting a little bit more prepared there. Gaz, we go to you.
Okay, my question. How much would the tar slow down my movement?
Substantially. It'd be greater difficult terrain.
How much does that slow?
10 feet extra per 5 feet, so 15 feet per square.
15 feet per square. Oh boy.
It's also hot.
Scorching.
That's the wrong measuring tool.
Gaz reveals his heavy-duty boots.
50 times 15. Okay, that is a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's a massive cavern.
I will still activate my bracelet of dashing for now.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first action.
Twisting it on your arm, getting a little bit more speedy.
40 move. So, what's the plan? Are you gonna try and take down the guy, or are you just gonna ditch him and head north?
He's a wizard. He's squishy, probably. Blow him up.
We should at least take care of the familiar, right?
Kill it.
As you like. We can take him on here, I suppose.
Alright, in that case, I'll just stride over here.
At least split up a bit if he has more fireballs.
Pushing up a little bit to the
Have-
edge.
I will use my terrible, terrible idea.
Oh no.
This is a single action to use the gadget skates.
Ah, yes, going to ski your way across the tar. Activate skates, propelling your choice of speed. Turning. Tell me, you probably know more than I do, of course. What do you think you need to do here?
I'm just trying to make my way across. Like, obviously, it's even with the like doubled speed, this is not enough to take me all the way, but it should get me a good
How much speed do you
chunk
have?
across. I have 40
40,
feet
okay.
with the.
So 40 would be 80. Then reduce that essentially by a third, so 80, 30, 60, 90,
20
25,
squares.
I'll say. So it does get you 25 feet. Skidding along the tar here. But the tar really grips onto those skates, and very quickly you begin to sink into the tar. You do take immediately. Let's see. Where is it? I just rolled. Okay. You do take 2d6 fire damage for the moment, so 5 there. And I need a reflex save. As you're skidding into it, there's these bubbles forming around you from the sort of like manipulation of the tar. Some gas is rising. But you twist yourself strangely away from it and are able to get away from the burst just fine. I think
Easy.
that's you, right?
Yep.
Okay, Kiba.
Okay. I suppose it's finally time. I take a deep breath, I chant a prayer, and I grow a pair of big white feathery wings.
Out from your back there. Finally, you are unburdened by the concerns of the world below you.
Temporarily. And I start to take to the air and start approaching.
Okay. So,
You can
Is it-
fly.
for the activation, it is 2 actions. It doesn't give you a fly on that turn, so you do fly 20 feet.
Yep.
And then, yeah, that's
And that's it.
Giraffe, as you see everyone else finding different ways to get across, what do you do?
I want to equip my Skybolt and shoot at him.
Okay.
So first, just gonna put away the Bloodthirst and Momblay,
Mhm.
or drop them.
You can drop them for free or put them away for 1.
Put them both away for 1, because I'm only gonna make 1 attack.
Okay.
1 action to draw, and then just going to make 1 attack. This map's not very good at this.
Drawing it out, the scent of a storm approaching sort of hits your nostrils as there's a little bit of a tingle in your hands. You sling off a shot, natural 20. Bullet crashes into them. Roll the crit damage.
I have 0 complaints.
No. You damn it. He sort of is able to use the energy of the shield spell to deflect some of it, but it breaks through, dealing another 12 damage.
No more shield for him.
No more shield.
If anyone can make it across, close that door and keep him from getting out of here.
Alright, so now we go to the Tar Lake, and there are a few people that could be affected by its actual turn. So, let me see. It's a little too far away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1d5. 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to be Cephal Laurentis that actually gets a bubble that is sort of bursting near where he's standing. Seems just on the edge of where he would be hit by it. Let's make a reflex save. 18 on the dice, he will succeed, only taking 3d6. It seems like the very active tar pole is still going to be bursting every 6 seconds or so, and may also react to any disturbance around it. Now, back to Cephal Laurentis. But actually, before we go to him, the bird, the raven, is guided across. I give my life for the master. May you all perish in these dark flames.
I really hope he jumps in.
And somewhere far away, a final sacrifice is being cast.
I have some flashbacks to another of Yake's characters.
So
Oh
I
no.
need, let me see, 20 feet of it. Let me measure this out. He can adjust himself. He knows how to do it. There we go. I need every one of you in this aura to make a reflex save as this aura of dark flames and this violent explosion wrecks you.
30, I'll take it.
As the feathers flutter around that bird, that raven, no more, at least for the moment. Parenth, you will take the full damage, which is 6d6. And pretty good roll on that final sacrifice. 24 damage to Parenth.
Oh,
Yarmus, you take the same. Giraffe, you take none as you dive away. And Keepa,
Woo.
you take half. Actually, hold on a minute, Keepa. Let me just check a spell DC real quick.
Sure.
Certain someone's spell DC. Oh, actually, yeah, you take full damage,
Oof.
Kiva. And in fact, Parenth and Yarmos, you need to take another full damage because you guys were crit by that. You crit
Whoa!
on a 24.
I'm glad I used my shield question mark.
Bursts in those flames. Now we go to Cephal Laurentus's turn. Seeing you guys start to make your way across. I came prepared, you fools. Falling right into our trap. Cast Fly, uses it to move 20 feet out across it, so he's 10 feet above the tar here. Come and get me now. Burn these flames. We have more to provide. Yamas.
From where he's standing, he's still able to make a second range increment attack. So he's gonna quick alchemy up.
Mhm.
So he's gonna quick alchemy up a ball of lightning with the different debilitating bomb effect.
Okay.
And he's gonna love that.
Just remind me, he needs to roll a DC 5 flat check. He rolled a natural 1. He could not have cast Fly, so he's going to use his third action actually to have done something else.
Okay.
So he
Should we-
shifts there. Yep. Either way. Rewinding,
Yep.
because to be fair to you, he wastes the spell Fly as he tries to act. So, you can still throw it.
Okay. Okay, so we're not using that. He's not doing that last action now. Right now.
No, he's shifted. That's his last action. He
Gotcha.
can't use a shield spell, and one action for him isn't going to really do much. So, with that, careening over towards him and bursting around him with this electricity, I need your damage actually. That's a success.
Wonderful.
It's more damage to him, and it
Make sure
also.
you roll for the effect of debilitating bomb.
Oh, he needs to roll a fortitude save for the effect. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. So he does succeed, I do believe, against your class DC,
So definitely
right?
this turn then?
Mhm.
Yeah. Minus 27. So no definite this turn, but he is gonna be flat-footed at least. Sorry, off guard. Yerma's gonna finish it off by pulling out the elixir of life in his hand. Sort of person.
Sure thing. Parenth, over to you.
I'm going to use Respell. It's one action. And I'm going to brandish the Wand of Sudden Bolt.
Okay. Charged lightning cast quickly down from the ceiling here. He's gonna roll his reflex save. If it isn't going to lag for a moment here.
I'm actually really sad that you took back the fly, because I was going to dispel the fly while I was over the stuff.
Yeah, well, unfortunately the different was affecting him.
Yeah.
He certainly, I think, fails that, yeah. doesn't see the sudden bolt crashing down, but is still able to get away from the worst of it, at least. So roll the damage.
Hit the damage button. Let me... Should I push it again?
What is the 4d12? Just roll the 4d12. I think this card is broken for some reason, because sudden bolt doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
Because if you try to look up sudden bolt with the control space lookup, it doesn't come up. So I think they just removed it in favor of the new spell, like I was saying. But either way, 20 damage. You'll be
Right,
affected
that's all
by it.
3.
So, Gaz, over to you.
Right then. I will immediately blast myself forwards using the blast boots. He's somehow wearing 2 pairs of shoes. in
Okay.
there.
Sort of these blasters hooked to your ankles or whatever to shoot you up there. And yeah, as you leave those skids behind, it does cause the lake to bubble again. I need a reflex save.
I'll live.
18, yeah, you are doing just fine, only taking 3d6. Could be a lot worse if you guys took, or did worse on these saves against the stuff, but
Still
roll
take
there.
almost max damage though.
When you activate boost, you can high jump and long jump. I do need a athletics check to determine how far you go with this.
Of course.
Standing boost here, 25 feet is the distance you go.
Well, that's good enough. I would be landing on top of him.
For the purpose of it, you... Alright, I'll make him roll a reflex save against that 25.
Oh boy.
But she fails, you're able to push him back and give yourself some space to land there.
Excellent. I will proceed to bully the wizard by trying to grapple him.
Damn it,
Which
gotcha tree. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I will try to grapple.
Where's the store?
It's an athletics check, right?
As you land there, you're trying to get a hold of him, and his save is going to be lower than that. You grab on. And there's mechanical arms, grasps in his shoulder. He's not going anywhere at this point. Kiba.
I gotta move.
All 3 actions, wafting through the mist there to get to the other side. Landing next to Gaz.
Yep.
So, getting a little bit crowded over there, Giraffe. What do you do?
Alrighty. Given that he's still within 100 feet, I'm going to use the 3-action special effect that lets me cast Sudden Bolt if I hit.
Okay. So, put the... Yeah, I'll put it out. There we go. So, as you sort of raise it to the sky here, or where the sky would be, you feel this surge of electricity on the end of it, and you know that that sort of arrow will be what calls lightning down upon them. If you can hit, for all 3 actions, sling a shot off. 19 is not a crit, but is a hit. As it sticks to them, all of a sudden, it is like a lightning rod as this lightning surges down on him. So roll the damage, and I'll roll his reflex as well. Very good damage there, and the 33 against the DC of it is going to fail. And why did he take only this 8? Oh, he's resistant to piercing, as it seems his zombified form. Well, there's not much to pierce through, it just sticks into him. But, still roll the damage of Sudden Bolt 3rd rank, which is 5d12.
Alrighty.
So another 29 electricity damage as it sort of surges with this electricity before it pulls it out. But yeah, that's a very good amount of damage for all 3 of
Yes!
those.
Those
Now-
aren't my specialty, but I certainly don't mind them.
You're the first person in any of my campaigns to ever use that action on my Skyvault. So yeah,
Really.
'Cause nobody plays archers in Kingmaker for some
I'm
reason.
a sucker.
It's so
we did
weird.
free
It would've been
archetype
such a good
again,
fit.
if we did free archetype again, I would definitely pick up archer so I can use this bow when I need to fight at range.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna roll this. Going 1, 2. Of
I know
course,
it's
it's
a bit broken,
him.
though,
That is.
'cause
He's still close to the tar, and he's still unlucky, so he's gonna have to roll this reflex save against the scalding tar, which he fails. He'll take 66 fire damage as it bursts up towards him, as he gets very lucky. And he also burns a little bit more with persistent flames.
Glad I came over here. He's getting killed by his own tar.
Useless fools! He is going to reach out towards Gaz here. Your life force will be mine. I need a fortitude save, Gaz. Actually, he does need to roll DC 5 flat check. And this is a somatic component, which, yeah, he succeeds.
Nope, he's drinking me.
You do fail
I'll
that.
be redemptioning this one.
So you take 19 points of damage there. Calling out.
Sip, sip, sip.
Call it stupefy instead of feeble, because it makes more sense.
As he glows a little bit with this redemption that he may have had once in his life. Yeah, hurts him also with that persistent damage. And Yarmus, it's cute that Yarmus on screen is also chewing, but we can hear you chewing.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. But with
Right,
that,
that's good to know.
yeah, no problem. Where was I? Yeah, he was reaching out towards you, but you can only do 8 damage, which means he only gets 4 temporary HP. Wow.
Oh, poor baby.
He's then going to lunge out with a dagger, though. That he actually no, he's going to try to bite you, Gaz. But very much missing as he sort of lunges past you, keeping him at bay there. He'll take some spirit damage
Sorry.
and fire damage.
Sorry, no snacking on these brains.
Fails to get rid of either of those. All right, Yarmus.
Yarmus is gonna take 1 step back.
Mhm.
He's gonna have his familiar valet out his skunk bomb and replace it with a crossbow, and then he's gonna prepare to aid Gaz in his next strike against this fellow.
Mhm.
It's a first turn.
Parath.
I am going to move up here. And I'm going to cast a 2-action magic missile.
Okay.
Or force bolt, I should say.
Barrage.
Force barrage.
Oh, so that's
Solidified
what it's called now.
Magic slings towards him. 2 and 5. All right. Sort of slam into his body, but he's not falling just yet.
Worth a shot. That's my turn.
Gaz, over to you.
To do any damage, I'll have to overdrive, so my best action will be spent doing just that.
Mm-hmm. Trying as you might, though, you already have this sort of grab on him. There's not a lot of room to maneuver here.
It's a failure?
Yeah, fair.
Unfortunate. Oh well, I'll try to beat on him anyways.
Okay.
Here comes the aid.
So you sort of try to distract him with a shot there. 21 is going to succeed, and because of that distraction, he sort of looks up for a moment, gives you a moment to strike Gaz. Roll the damage.
Excellent.
That'll be 17 to him. Takes a little bit less, much less, in fact, as his zombified body seems to crumble easily under your blows. So much so that doesn't do a lot of damage to him.
That is horribly frustrating. I'll just keep my grip on him.
Alright. There'll be another athletics check.
Yeah, I'll get it 2 grapples in a row for once.
Not here.
God dang it.
He sort of rips himself free from your grasp. That'll be your turn. Kiba.
Oh, flew all the way over this way. I have a theoretically possibly undead wizard in front of me. My glaive is burning with radiance. I'm going to take this guy down.
Okay. Slinging Shellin's blade towards him, that will definitely hit. Roll the damage. As you crash it into him, 20 damage. Slashing straight through cleanly, much more cleanly than the other damage. You also deal enough positive energy and fire to exactly bring him to bear. They're destroyed as they fall to the ground. And that is that.
Well, that went a lot better than I expected.
Hey, did he have a spellbook on him?
I'll
No, but-
check quickly.
No, but he has a ring on him.
Well, somebody's master liked him.
You could say he's a dead ringer for Mayor Varn's assistant.
Gonna grab that stuff quickly, and I need to get back over to the other side fast.
I just burnt all of my resources getting to this side. I'm sure as hell not going back.
And
I'll see you later then, I guess.
It's the party.
And as you guys are out of combat, you're careful enough to keep away from the bubbling tar, sort of as it's near the edge here. But Gaz does need to figure out a way to the other side.
Well, if there's no other option, I'll just first try and leap, and then just wait the rest of the way.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check for the running jump here.
Sure you don't want to check what's behind the door?
you know we're probably gonna have to go over there anyways, right?
We are, yes.
I mean,
But I don't want you all getting killed trying to get over there.
if you're making your way over here, then I'll just wait for you to arrive. But if you're going north first, then I'll have to join you, won't I?
Well, which way do we want to go? North or south?
I have about 4 minutes for us to decide.
North seems smarter. At least, that's my thought.
No, it doesn't.
Call across the misty, swampy tar.
We're arguing, long distance arguing.
Then again, if the caster was over there, that might be where the rest is. I think we need to cross.
North is where we came from. Might just lead back outside.
Can I know it's a different map, but can parents
Mhm.
kind of peek that direction?
Yeah, it's a short little cavern that continues there before reaching a large door.
There's a big
Bronze.
door over here.
Well, there's a big door over here as well.
Okay, well there's 4 of us over here, and there's 1 of you over there.
Well, yes, but we save effort by going down here immediately, because I won't have to go back.
I have a feeling that way leads to the entrance we've initially saw.
And I have a feeling that this way down here leads to Vordakai.
Can I do some sort of check to determine if this leads in what we assume is the other entrance's direction?
You guys have a good sense of direction, north, south, east. Paizo doesn't do it, but I do it. All my maps are north to south, east to west. So north is north here, and yeah, that's, you can't really do a check. Depending on what you want to do with the check. You have to
Okay,
tell me.
never mind then. If the map is aligned with all the maps,
Yeah, all my maps are north, south, east, and west, and you guys have a compass or something.
I think this goes someplace different.
Doesn't Giraffe have some kind of divination feat now? That
Oh,
could help
I
us.
do. I can cast a ritual.
Oh my gosh.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kiva
if you
will
want
be
to
able
do
to
that,
fly,
that
but-
will remove my wings.
Grandmother's wisdom. Up
So
to twice per day, I can cast augury. So 10 minutes, yeah.
I mean, most of us
Uh,
need healing up anyways from that fireball. Might as well take the time.
It's
If
30 minutes in the future.
that just seems so silly. These wings aren't going to last forever. We need to decide.
I say we go north. It's going to be
Is
a
there
lot more.
any way for either any of you to get across, or any to get Gaz back across?
Think you can climb around the side, like we did to this platform in the first place?
You lot
Okay.
of go and a lot of tar.
I want to try something.
Mhm.
Is there enough debris here that I can try to block off this feeding this little water coming into the tar pit? Because this seems to be the catalyst for everything that's going on in the tar pit.
You have a look around, and you also see more of that coming up from the left there.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, hey, Oppenheimer. Welcome. Glad you could drop in. We are doing Kingmaker.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah,
Sort of.
sort of, yeah. I wish I could watch your Baldur's Gate streams, but I would be spoiling. So, but yeah. So, Parath, you're not sure it's a good idea because there's more of those streams coming into the tar, so it wouldn't deactivate the
If
pit.
there's nothing for it, I'll just head with you north. But I'll hold it up to all of you if it turns out it's a dead end.
Actually, you'll hold it up to the people who voted north. Which is not me.
If people are going north, then I'll bite the bullet into my long jump.
Okay. Roll your athletics.
I'll follow you around so I can lay on hands if I need to.
Can't you just carry him back?
I don't.
You can only drag 5 foot with someone like carrying someone, I think.
Yeah, it would take some time, and for the purposes of it here, the only thing that is really a threat to you guys is you're sort of leaping across. You are going to take another scalding burst of this tar, but I do need a reflex save.
I can make it about 30 feet, right? Can I?
Yeah, 30. Which is the 29.
Oh, I've managed to avoid the waste of it so far.
And you are able to sort of shift your movement through the tar, sort of jumping out into it, just enough to also avoid the worst of it. But you do land a little bit into it. You can sort of help him here. Roll your athletics check as you're using your wings. Maybe to keep him at least out of the tar and sort of almost do this Cirque du Soleil thing where he jumps out and then you use your momentum to sling him the rest of the way. Let's do that.
I do feel like that's something that my character would do,
Yeah.
or could do.
So,
Leapfrog.
33, I will say you are able to just sling him the rest of the way across using his momentum, and only a little bit scarred from the burns.
I want to roll performance for the landing.
Sure.
Don't roll the one. Don't roll the one.
I have a +1 to performance.
9. Well, you clunk into the stone here, and to everyone's eyes, you've seen a lot better, but you're more happy he's alive.
Here's a lay on
Leave.
hands for Gaz.
If we're going to take at least 10
Select
minutes
the time
to
maneuver, huh?
refocus it all, could I cast Augury for the area ahead?
Certain, yeah. So you just lay on hands there. 10 minutes do pass, so anything you guys can do in those 10 minutes as well, beyond what Draft is doing, go ahead.
Oh, that doesn't do what I thought it would.
You have to add it to your spellcasting page.
Oh, okay. I'll just do that.
Well, I burned through a lot of resources already, so I hope you aren't expecting me to pull out any more gadgets.
So, we're looking for how long are we spending on this?
10 minutes currently, just because Giraffe is auguring.
Did my crossing problem? No, wait, my crossing. 10 minutes. Right.
I'll get a lay on hands on. Again, I'll get a lay on hands on Parent.
I'll heal up Yamos in those 10 minutes.
Sure.
Thank you.
Quick little medicine check.
And I'll get one of my hero points back as a result of the 10 minutes.
Smoke just a bit, and Giraffe. If I recall correctly for augury, I roll a flat check. Okay. What is your question to the bones as you cast them?
Oh shoot, it's a specific question. Oh, a peculiar course of action. I'm gonna ask about us going just straight through the doors to the north here. Just going in recklessly.
As the bones sort of like fall to the earth before you, the stone, they land on the sides of mixed results, good and bad.
Oh joy! So we'll have success, but it'll probably be difficult.
If you ask me, that sounds like adventure.
Oh yeah, that's fair. I didn't expect it to land on good.
I personally think we've already been in it on an adventure, but that's just my theory.
At the very least, it's not a waste of time from
Thank you,
that sort of
Grandma.
prediction.
Let's see what happens. Maybe coming back here soon after all.
So, with those 10 minutes passing, is there anything else you guys do for more, or head on ahead?
I'm ready.
Heading on.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't heal everyone. Just
No, you wouldn't heal in
Nope.
10 minutes
No.
for full HP. But,
We did some minor healing.
minor healing. Alright. Moving you
Left
guys
me
up
with
to
2
the-
focus points remaining for now.
As you feel haste might be of the essence in this place, not knowing who else might show up. You guys arrive in the next area here. Let me place your tokens. As you pass, it's a very short actually hallway here, leads up to this bronze door that Parenth had told you about. So, who's going to be the one to open it?
We're missing Giraffe.
yeah, okay.
Oh, whoops, I put 2 armors down. Yep, happens a lot.
Oh no!
Double the
Not another
odds.
one.
There we go.
I'll gladly do it. I like doors. Let's swing it open.
Opens up, and
Oh, that doesn't look very welcoming.
looking out ahead of you, you see a chamber filled with burial alcoves, big ones, with these massive sarcophagi, much bigger than any humanoid sarcophagi you've seen before. All are empty, save for assorted bits of pottery, seemingly recently disturbed. But the most notable thing to you guys, of course, is that circle in the center of the room. Sort of these markings, these occult markings, amongst bloody spots here and there. Some profane ritual seems to have occurred.
Is it possible to identify what the occupants of the sarcophagi might have been from design?
That would be a society check.
Gotcha.
Hey, Parenth, do you think you could wash away those ritual markings with like that water breath thing you do?
Yarmos, looking at these sarcophagi, you can tell quite well, judging by the pieces of pottery and the mosaics around them, these are Cyclopean sarcophagi.
Ah,
Single-eyed ancient humanoids that aren't very well known nowadays, but they were once the rulers of vast empires ages and ages ago before the Earthfall. So, basically more than 10,000 years ago.
I have a bad
Wow.
feeling.
Well, that certainly explains the welcoming committee that we had.
Yes, there's
odds
disturbing.
are we'll be.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's a disturbing lag of cyclops in these sarcophagi.
If we go by the pronunciation in the Kingmaker video game, it's Cyclopes, which I hate.
Cyclopedes.
Is there any... Oh, okay.
As you guys are looking around the room, though, a sudden waft of air slams shut the bronze door behind you. And as sort of slamming echoes throughout the room, gets your sort of haunches up, and you look around for a moment, trying to sight any dangers. And before long, these dangers do reveal themselves. Sort of hidden in the shadows of the upper pillars of the room are many more of those similar
No.
demons.
No.
Soul eaters once more. The ones that nearly caused the deaths of many of you. Seems like they were busy summoning more after you defeated the last ones. I need your initiatives.
I hate it
Come
here.
on.
Can we go home?
This is just rude.
I want to point out that the southern door was still an option before.
And yes, let me roll their initiative as well. As they're all
On the
rolling,
bright side, it's not like all 5 of them are coming after me.
as they're all rolling stealth for initiative, some of you may have the jump on them, but since they're jumping from the walls, screaming down at each of you, they may get the jump on those of you who have lower initiatives than them for their stealth initiatives. But for the purpose of it, Giraffe, we start with you.
Alrighty. Yeah, they have that resistance, so I definitely want to double slice. I'm gonna step forward and double slice.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
First temp, already a natural 1. You remember what happened last time, and you're not happy to fight these things again, but you will be hitting them with a hero point there.
It'll resist the damage from this attack, but not the next one.
Mm-hmm. So combining the strength of both of your strikes here, let's see. Bloody hatchet slamming out towards them as well, and will hit. So it'll take a full damage from this. As their amorphous forms seem to sort of pull away against your attacks, but you're able to put enough force in to make them take 12 total. For
That's my
additional. Alright, so, Yarnos, over to you.
Wonderful. Yarmos is going to Yarmos is gonna stow one of his alignment ampoules away, and he's going to instead quick alchemy up a ball of lightning, another ball of lightning, and then he's going to lob it at this one right here, the soul eater right here.
Mm-hmm. Glowing globule. Let's see if it hits.
Oh, be serious. Let me just.
Blind pepper, actually.
Yeah, it's the. I have no idea why that even popped up. I didn't click on it.
Yeah, it's been laggy a little bit here. No worries.
Yeah. I'm trying to sort this stuff out. It's really.
It's playing an alchemist. They are going to have a lot of,
Yeah.
a lot of bookwork. But fumbling in your pack, pulling out this charged lightning bottle. See you hit.
I'm just gonna. Is it fine if I just roll a
Yeah, go for it.
different, and then I
If it's
side
swinging,
effects?
see with you. Mm.
Yeah. All right. And of course, this is also going to be a debilitating bomb concealed if it
Mhm.
does work.
Yeah, that does hit. So roll the damage to the bottle of lightning.
Right.
There's 6 plus 1, I believe, there. So as it sort of splashes onto it, take 7 damage. And will be put off guard a little bit as you blast it into him.
Off guard and also roll fort
Ah, yes.
against my dazzle.
So you sort of intermixed some dazzling agents into it, sort of to blind them a little bit. But they do succeed,
Success, unfortunately.
shaking
Yeah.
it off.
Oh, by the way, that's it. That's the end of Yarmus' turn.
Alright. So, going over to this one. As they screech down from the walls here, unfortunately, Kiba, you will be off guard because of their higher initiative for their stealth check there.
Oh, how nice.
But actually, they're already going
yeah.
into flank anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. As they do scream down,
Okay.
they try to intimidate you, but they sort of get a little bit choked up, maybe, on their screech, but yeah, it doesn't really
Frog
work.
in the throat.
Just die. That'll be a hit. As they rake at as they rake at you with their claws of this negative energy also suffused with them. You'll take that 13, a little bit less because resistance slashing from. What was that from again?
From armor.
Oh, armor specialization on champions, right? Okay, but yeah. Roll me a fortitude save as you still take some of that damage as it's trying to rend at your very soul, your very mind, what makes you you.
Oh, that's
These very nihilistic creatures wanting to destroy and bring entropy around them.
I'll take the 26.
Yeah, that'll be a success, actually.
Okay.
So, give it a
I was
shot.
scared, and I'm full of points anyway.
Mm-hmm. So this one, taking the opportunity as it will strike out at you as well. Actually,
Oh my gosh, they're both attacking me.
they don't seem these ones being directed in any way. The other ones, perhaps summoned, were directed to one of you each. These ones just want your souls as well as they can try.
Oh dear.
So, this one struck first, but then it's going to try to scream out, "You can't save them!" And will succeed, I believe.
Yep.
So, Frightened 1 on you, reducing your AC a little bit and your ability to attack. Puts you on the back foot, but they just can't hit there with their strikes. That'll be their turn.
Eva
Now-
thought he knew it was coming, and they caught him off guard that way too.
This one surges around you, Giraffe. It will be repositioning. To strike.
That means I can make an opportunity attack.
Absolutely. Instincts allowing you to
That
strike
is
out
the wrong weapon.
the weakest point. I wonder why it has a broken link to the image there. Probably because of the remaster changes. Anyway,
That's happening in my game too. I think it's something with Foundry.
yeah. Either way, that hits. Roll the damage. 17 there. Slicing in. As you've known, these guys are resistant to, well, slashing or any physical damage, really, as they're amorphous blobs of souls, the remnants of them. But, yeah, you do hit. It's going to go for a intimidation against you. Your attacks don't do anything. They're useless. But, yeah. That kind of performance warrants a 2 on the dice, so it fails. But it will be able to hit you. 21 damage to you. I need a fortitude save for the, thing. Claws. The mind-numbing touch.
Alright. And I need to make that will save?
Fortitude.
Fortitude, that's right.
Sort of, as their claws rake at your body, it's less of an assault on your mind, but it's still pulling away at your very self. That is a failure. You become stupefied 1.
Oh no, whatever shall I do?
Yes, the fighter. It doesn't really matter. So, Kiba,
Looks like
finding
a 3.
yourself a little bit surrounded as you were walking into the room here, into their ambush. What do you do?
Quite an ambush it was. Parent, do you need room over here?
Sure.
Circle around to this guy, to this side of this guy. Hopefully keep me away from the potential flanking anyway. And I'll start singing as I bring down a slash with my glaive.
Mm-hmm. Doing it lingering or no?
Not lingering.
Okay.
Not this time. There we go. Got it placed.
The Courageous Anthem, as is now apparently called.
Yeah, we'll have to get that fixed up at some point.
Yeah, but because you do sort of, you know, bringing a little bit of courage to yourself, and this one being off guard from Yarmos's electricity, it does hit.
Thank goodness. Shame they're not undead.
Shame so. But slice in, it's only really the flames that lick and burn at them. But with that, that'll be you, right?
Yep.
Gaz, over to you.
Yep. I will, before I even have the opportunity to get stupefied, I will try to overdrive.
Mm-hmm.
I will re-roll that. Good grief.
Yeah, your cogs and gears are mucked up by some of that tar as you waded through it, really. But this time, though, you're able to sort of brush that out and get your gears turning. Overdrive does succeed.
I will. Second action. I will move on right over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will strike out.
Go for it. Hammer fist slamming, trying though, into this one. It will fail, as they sort of knock it aside.
Try to focus fire as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. So, that'll be Gaz. Over to this one here, it is going to take the opportunity to go around Gaz. Getting to, actually no, wouldn't, because that would require a little bit too much of a wait, no. These guys have a fly speed of 60 feet. Yeah, they can easily go around as they sort of quickly zip through the air to your back there. They'll try to intimidate before they strike, screaming around the corner there, very much surprising you. That will be a success, not a critical success.
You're barely off a crit.
It's a little bit frightened as it comes around the corner and slashes into you at the back. Critical strike because you're flanked and frightened. Puts you just off guard enough. You take 30 points of damage. I need a fortitude save as well. Again, trying to rack the body, pull away your formulas and mathematical understanding, but you're able to keep it all, keeping it safe and close. Now, Parenth, over to you.
How high is the ceiling here?
Ceiling in here is about 30 feet high, very big.
Alright, well, I hate these things, so...
Okay.
Using 3 actions to cast Summon Dragon.
That's fair.
I assume the automation still isn't working, but you want the Flame Drake, right? Oh, hey, there it is.
Oh my goodness, it's your niece! Thank you for the flank.
I'm gonna drop it next to Draft to provide a flank.
Conjuring up
This
this
is way
dragon
bigger.
to this fiery portal. Since,
What's her name?
as per Summon Animal, you do get 2 actions on the Flame Drake as it is summoned.
Well, as it summons,
Yes.
I'm going to use Draconic Frenzy.
Okay, yeah. That's part of the reason dragons are really good, actually, because that's 2 actions that they only get, but for 3 strikes here. You do hit on the first with their strike,
Oh,
and almost a natural 20, but hit on the second as well.
let me just roll these first before I do
Yeah.
the third attack.
Triple ones, but
Wonderful.
because it does fire damage, it'll do a little bit of damage to them.
That's a bit better.
Yeah,
And
you damage there.
here's the last attack.
What's your niece's name?
Not yet named.
What's the shape of her
fangs.
breath attack?
Don't worry about it.
Cone, Dave. But
How
No,
does
it's
she
a
do her
burst.
hair in the morning?
Burst.
oh, it is a burst. It's yeah, these drakes are
Oh.
sort of fireballs essentially that shoot out.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's able to rake in and actually do some considerable damage to that one. Going over to this one. It will take the opportunity to continue to strike these demonic, soul-destroying creatures. Will be a hit against Gaz. Take a 18 there, roll a fortitude as well. .32 though, you succeed. Just goes for 3 strikes. These agile attacks, they're pretty good at just keeping swiping and dicing here. Will hit there on the second attack. One more fort save, guys, as you're finding yourself. Wow, okay, quadruple ones. Have to one you up, Parenth.
Don't worry, I'll roll 5 next time.
Yeah, on a fireball. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But Gaz still pushing away those ramifications on your skull. So, Giraffe, we go to you.
Double slice, double slice.
Mm-hmm. Simple but effective. Natural 20, as if you
Do I
needed
still
them.
roll? I rolled crit damage, right?
Yeah, you certainly do. Even though they are immune to critical damage, the automation still allows me to, or you to, like, roll that, and then it reduces all that critical damage and the physical damage. But it gives us the opportunity to have the thundering effect come up, which means I can roll it.
That's right. I got hasty. Ooh, it's death now.
They are deafened for a minute. This thundering strike cleaves into them, and then you bring around the hatchet. Without the flank, it wouldn't have hit.
Oh, so the second one hits. Nice.
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Minimum damage.
Double ones.
A lot of double ones. Yeah. Flying oozes is not an easy fight. Oh yeah, sorry, Giraffe. You
Oh
have one
yeah.
more action.
Last action. I'm gonna parry.
Holding up both blades. Yarmos, over to you.
Alright, so question.
Mhm.
You see this ruler I'm drawing, right?
Uh-huh.
Would this be subject to lesser cover? Between the two?
So would you be shooting from here?
Yeah,
No. No lesser cover
Okay.
there, I would say.
gotcha. Wonderful. Yarmus is going to skirt around to this side here.
Mhm.
Right up next to Gas, and he's gonna feed him one elixir of life.
Alright. A little bit of a burst there. Boost, not burst.
not-
but yeah.
Not towards them.
Of course, yeah.
Towards, of course. Right. Get their HP back, Gas.
Yes.
Then Yarmos is. Then Yormos is going to have his familiar valley to him, another elixir of life, and one alignment ampule, and that's it for his turn.
Okay. So, going back to these guys. Did I? No, I didn't skip this guy's turn. He moved from some time before. They're going to continue pursuing Kiba here, going around your side, getting into a flank once more as they continue to try to surround you. Going for 2 strikes. Critical on the first, I believe, yes, because you were flanked. As they get at your back, you're not able to defend yourself as much as you might want to. 42 damage there. Bruising a little bit as the armor helps, but I need a 42 save again.
Here we go.
You guys feel more powerful than the last time you fought these guys, but it's still dangerous. You're succeeding that. This one, though, since they don't have the restriction of only targeting one of you, they can gang up. This will be a hit.
Sure can.
A lot of low damage the rolls, though, there. It's gonna be much less. I need a fortitude save. Alright, 28 is a success, and the second strike did hit, actually. So this one deals 18 more damage to you, Kiba. A lot of blood underneath the plate mail as you wear it, and you're not long for this world if this keeps up. Bring this one down so that we may feast upon his soul. This one here. Doesn't like being surrounded, so it's going to take a sort of swerving step over here. And
Why did you have to say step?
Yep. Anytime that I move them 5 feet, that's basically always going to be a step. First attack very much critically misses, but the second attack hits. As you slice, or they slice into you for 14, 40 to save.
I really wish I had the. I forgot what it's called, but it's an upgrade. Twin repost. That's it.
Twin of Frost. Oh, do you have Twin of Frost? Sorry.
No, I don't. I'm just saying I wish I did.
Oh yeah, it comes later. So, you with Juggernaut 24. Let me see the Fortitude. Yeah, you still succeed. Doesn't take much to resist those effects. Take that 14, and
Nice.
that'll be its turn. Kiba, surrounded, heavily, perhaps outmatched a little bit here. What do you do?
Yeah, unfortunately, my escape route around the north pillar got cut off a little bit. So the first thing I'm doing is quick self-heal. And let's try to get around him.
Tapping yourself a little bit, revitalizing.
Do I have to go all the way around, or can I squeeze through?
You can squeeze through there. Mm-hmm. Continue your stride around. Trying to meet up with your
Farther, yeah.
allies a little bit.
My damage is garbage. So,
Hey, it can be something with the flames.
yeah, I'll just let the, I'm gonna let the song drop for this turn
Okay.
and do a strike.
Will hit. Quick slice in, 22 damage to it. It's something, 12. Brings it pretty much
Pretty
to near
close.
death.
Alright, there we go.
Reminds me, I definitely need to find a solution for showing the health bars on stream. I generally don't like health bars, but yeah, either way. Guess, your turn.
Hmm. He is. Oh boy. Well, he's still concerned with the well-being of his two friends. He'll first step on over here. He's then going to heal himself up using Battle Medicine.
Sure.
Quick self-surgery.
A little bit of on the mend.
Just
And
remember that the second most important thing we can do is whittle down their numbers.
yeah, I'm trying to like keep around these guys so you can take care of the fellow on the top. Meantime, I will fight the one that should be I should have a flank on with Parent.
Sure, yeah. Bashing into it harshly, that's a critical strike. But of course, since these guys are these amorphous blobs of souls, there's nowhere critical they could strike, so they're immune to those crits, only taking 9. But may
Modify
actually
woman
be,
is still enough.
slowed by the frost. Or not the frost, the other stuff. Right, the crit spec?
Crit specialization. I hit them real hard.
Yeah, hard enough
slows
that it slows them down, yeah.
Yeah. That's my turn.
Okay. Over here, up at the top. They're a bit slowed, so... With that in mind, though, they're going to shift their target to Parent, actually. Going to strike, and strike with a crit. As they're allowed to crit, seemingly so. 30
Out of
damage.
range of me, unfortunately.
He tries to call out, but yeah, just too far away. Influence doesn't help.
I'm rerolling that.
Sure. Gotta protect your mind, certainly. Success. Alright. One more attack. These guys are fairly simple, just striking as much as they can. So, guess that one's a little bit slow there, Parent. What do you do?
Alright, so I don't really have vision from the Drake token, but I'm pretty sure I can see what I need to see.
Yeah.
I'm using an action to sustain, and I'm using Fireball Breath.
Okay.
Fireball, both.
Just commanding the dragon to unleash this burst upon them. And yeah. Let me roll their saves here.
It's a low save, but even half damage with fire would be really nice.
Oops. What did I... Oh. Wait, what am I rolling there? Fireball breath? Soul
Reflex.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it would roll
Oh,
for
this
all of them.
guy, this creature's DCs.
Yeah, these guys, despite their forms, they seem to be very reflexive. They're all gonna take half, which isn't the baddest thing, really. In fact, I think that kills that one up the north. Yes, it does. As they
Thank
Yay!
goodness.
in those
Wonderful.
flames.
It's finally dead.
Hooray!
2 actions. I'm casting Chromatic Ray on the one in the center.
Okay. Call up this colored light and send it streaming towards them. Almost in that 20, went to the 8, misses by 1.
Oh my gosh.
The time I let my courageous song drop.
Goes right by
That is all my actions.
a hair's breadth. So, over to this one here. This one's going to continue pursuing Gaz. Just takes a step there, goes for 2 claw strikes. Hit on both of them. So I need 2 fortitude saves as it continues to try to rend at your mind, making you more and more incapable.
No,
One
well,
fail.
I have to take that one, unfortunately. And that one too.
And that one too, yeah. So you're stupefied 2. Not the worst. You've already got your, machinations activated, but still, it's a good amount of damage to you. Feeling pretty rough. That'll be that one's turn. Giraffe, over to you.
I think it's good if we group up to prevent them from flanking any more than we can avoid. So I'm gonna stride down here,
Okay.
especially to keep this one over here from getting to parent. I'm going to double slice this slowed one.
Well, as if you need them. Goddamn.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain.
Well, here
I mean, I
it
gotta
doesn't even
complain
do
about
anything,
them
really, because,
I'm gonna complain that they're immune, but
yeah. As hard as you can be hitting, as nice as your strikes have been in this fight, this is just one of them where even if you crit both of those times there, it's, like I said, these guys are flying oozes. They're pretty terrible enemies. Or essentially flying oozes. 7, 2d6. I need to do this manually because it would just be 7 damage here. It wouldn't know, the automation wouldn't understand how to reduce that. Alright.
right, even after double slice.
Yeah.
Button. Yeah.
Yarmos.
Alright, Ramos is going to one action feed another elixir of life to Gaz.
Mm-hmm. Keeping them going.
Have him on life support. And he's going to take one step to the left, and then he's going to smash the alignment ampule right into the soul eater right in front of him. He's getting used to basically meleeing his way through these things now. Been like it for a while.
Slicking it off, trying to smash it into them. Unfortunately, that'll fail.
Can I reroll that?
Yeah, you can. It's this sanctified energy. Bottled up. A 12 does hit.
Oh, with that effect.
Yeah, it's a pretty big effect for that, I would say. Oops, sorry.
I have no idea what their highest weakness is.
But their weakness, rather, since we are now in the remaster, should be to do this damage, yeah. Wait, why is it not? Let me look at alignment ampule real quick, because of course there's no alignments anymore.
Yeah. Spirit ampule, I guess, might be called. But yeah, this deals whatever their highest weakness is, regardless of what, of whether it's good weakness or
So it still deals the weakness, it doesn't have that in automation, but yes, they are still weak to holy damage, sort of like the sanctified damage. But yeah, it hurts them a lot more. And fortitude save, right? For any...
no, this is...
Okay.
This wasn't quick alchemy, so it's just...
Gotcha.
Doesn't get that effect.
Alright. This one will stream around the side here. You can't run from us. Your oblivion awaits. Strikes out.
Here it comes.
Natural 20. As many times as these guys roll, they're gonna get them. I need fortitude save as well. At least this time, though, you have your armor on for the fight. First attack, you're able to push them away. Second attack, they hit as well. Another 20 damage. Very, very rough, Kiba, but you're still holding on. So able to resist the effects on your mind. This one rushes up towards Giraffe and...
Oh, thank you.
Goes for a strike. 2 strikes, really. Niladias, I do believe hits, and 16 with a agile strike does hit as well. So both of these hit. I need 2 fortitude saves, Giraffe.
Yay!
Giraffe, you haven't taken too much hits here. You can hold up against these strikes. Though I think you... Actually, no, you're fine, because it's actually your body that defends your mind, strangely, from this strike.
There's too much bone. They can't get past it.
Kiba.
Too thick skulled.
We're done here with the land hands on myself.
Ah, hate these things.
Just the worst effects of these guys is the lingering effect on your minds. Garmo still has the effects from the last fight of these guys.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And reach my glaive over Parent. Got to get a good slash to this thing.
Should still be a flank.
Could be. Oh, good.
It's definitely a hit. Can whittle down these guys.
Only
with
one
at a time.
fire. I'm sad.
Still, some of the physical damage just get through.
That was a move, a heal, and a strike.
Alright, Gaz.
Alrighty. I will strike out first.
Hmm.
The guy who's currently standing in the center.
A hit. For a bit more damage as you're trying to pummel them down, but they don't take a lot of it.
At the risk of abandoning Yamus, he will reposition a little bit over here, just to be able to have a close line towards Kiba.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's just going to straight up battle message him right now.
Oh, thank you.
Guys have started to gather around each other, fighting like you sort of did last time.
I started in a terrible spot.
Mm-hmm.
It was rough.
It's letting me roll medicine right now. 1 second.
No problem. If it doesn't work on the automation, just roll your flat medicine. Like from the skills tab.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
That was meant to be an insurance, not that it matters.
22. Keep it up. And you can start preventing some of the damage.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Thank you so much.
This one still has its sights on Parent for 3 strikes. 18 on the first, I think that's going to be a crit.
Gonna redeem or redemption that first one, I think.
Mm-hmm. Insofar as you can try to redeem these damned souls from Abaddon, you can certainly
Enfeeble.
give them pause for a moment. They also take persistent spirit damage. Now, Kiba, if I recall something about the remaster, I think it's like any spirit damage you do, if you're sanctified, quote unquote, is quote unquote holy damage, right? I feel like that's a thing.
Oops. Didn't mean to click that.
We're gonna run with it as a yes, because I do recall sanctification as a thing that you choose as a champion or a cleric to make your spirit damage be holy, right? So, for the purpose of it, if they take that damage, they're gonna take a lot more.
That's awesome.
Enfeebled, right?
Yeah, enfeeble.
Alright. What was your save throw, Parent?
34.
Yeah, you're good on the first. You take 12 damage on the second strike with Fortitude. So once again, that ring of energy resistance that you found from those Pharasman corpses, well, certainly helping here in this Tomb of Despair or whatever. Yeah, you resist that.
This Tomb of Annihilation.
Please no.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't think
not
it's
that one.
that bad.
10 damage more for them because they are weak, susceptible to holy energy.
Okay, one action to give the drink to. I'm gonna have it fly. Land opposite giraffe.
Thank you.
And I am going to have it do a grapple attempt, actually.
Sure.
That's probably not going to cut it.
Not there, unfortunately. He tries to grab on.
My
Anything else?
next action is going to be... I'm going to try to cast slow on this unharmed one. So,
Mhm. Unharmed. You mean the one in the north or south? South.
south. The one that's coming up.
Yeah. It'll fail, actually. It'll be slowed for 1 minute, giving you guys a lot of room to breathe at least.
Maybe a little bit at least, and that's everything.
Okay, so that one being slowed, it's going to take a slow sort of glide over to Jarmus and make a strike,
Oh boy.
which will certainly hit.
Right.
Jarmus taking some damage there, need a fortitude save as well. Which you do, I think, succeed there, yes. That'll be
Wonderful.
his
No
turn.
worries.
Giraffe.
Good.
Double slice.
If you wait, I have a energy mutagen with your name on it.
I will wait.
Okay, delaying your turn until
Right.
Jarmus can help out.
Yarmus is going to go ahead and scamper over, clambering onto Parent's back. He's going to have his familiar valet to him.
You do have to enter
Hey,
movement in a legal space, unfortunately.
Actually,
Oh, do you have the Kobold thing that allows you to share
uh,
space with small?
yep,
Oh, yeah,
close
there we go.
quarters. Yeah.
Nice.
That's a
And he's gonna
genius
have-
use for it.
Mhm.
He's going to have his familiar valet to him, two energy mutagens, and he gives one to Giraffe. Lightning
Yeah.
is his favorite flavor, right?
Sure.
Certainly, sort of that aftertaste of dew after a storm or something like that. But yeah. Anything else, Yarmus?
That's it for his turn.
Giraffe
Those
now
actions.
bristling with a little bit more lightning. What do you do?
Double
does-
slice.
How does this affect me? Because I don't have that feat.
You're still
Uh,
flat-footed, I think. Right? So, you train as a wizard today. If you are smaller, you can end your movement in a square of it as a small split. No more than 2 creatures can change. I think you're still off guard, Perry.
Really? That's a
Yeah.
shame.
Well, actually, no, let's waive that. I don't know for certain, so we'll just say no. If I don't know, I'm not going to err on not your side, the player's side. So,
Let me
first
secure a
strike.
point on that.
Yeah. Checking out this one that you have flanked. Now that certainly hits, so both of them will deal damage. First one dealing 16. A little reduced, of course. Second one, just roll that one with regular damage so I can actually do the reduction correctly, because it doesn't know how to not use the resistance value. So it's a little bit harder. Either way, 15 damage to that one.
And then I'm
Saving it.
going to twin parry.
Mm-hmm. Blades up. Going to this one, it will pursue Kiba. And slices true. 17 and 19. I roll really well with these guys, but only hits, not crits. Defend yourself as much as you can. 2 forts.
Now it's good.
Easy enough. This
I
one,
think that's good.
though, yeah, that's fine as well. So, as they've grown a little bit quiet, as my voice is a little bit scratchy, they're going to strike out a giraffe. 3 strikes. These are very annoying, very long combat enemies, as you guys can probably tell. But that's their whole stick. They're just here to stay. Their staying power allows them to keep stacking that stupefy on you guys. So, fortitude save, giraffe. Third there. Be able to succeed. Take a little bit of damage, and that's his turn. Kiba.
I'm gonna have to take that one down. I'm gonna sing first.
Go for it.
Go. I'm gonna sing a verse of some kind of a victorious battle song type thing. I don't know if 24 will hit.
It will not hit.
I don't want to risk that. 28 will.
Certainly will. Cross their heads. Let's see how much you can do. Not enough to kill it.
Oh, good grief. Second strike. not let it live.
21. So that is that one destroyed. So I'm raising my desk because I can't sit any longer.
All right, that was 3 actions, 2 strikes, and a song.
Alright, much better. So, Gas, over to you.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm seeing 3 people who are near death. Kiba first. I will.
We're okay.
I will use my budget lay on hands and use my searing restoration
Sure.
on Kiba first.
Roasting some turkey.
And a pretty good roll too, 25.
Nice.
So
That should keep me up for another round.
Right on the average.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. No, 1 off.
Just there, but it sort of peters out as you can't use it again.
I will step downwards and give a nice oil massage to Giraffe as I heal him.
An oil massage. Just better not mess with my fur.
I'll definitely mess with your fur. Fur and oil doesn't really go well together. It's more of a scale thing.
That still does the job, heals you up a little bit. Even if it's a little bit clumpy. So, with that done, Parent, over to you.
Using an action to sustain. Go.
Hmm? Flies around to the other side.
I'm gonna try to grapple this one.
Okay.
Gosh, I hope that works.
Trying to get a hold of this
I
one.
highly doubt it.
23. 23 is exactly what you need.
Oh my gosh.
They have quite a low fortitude save, it seems. So, grab on.
Wow,
Dragon.
poisons would be perfect. Oh wait,
I am also going to be using bend time as well. Juice, right?
Alrighty. Just a little bit of time. They can slip through and get over there.
as Parents phases out of time, Yarmos is left in midair and lands on the ground.
Sitting on a cone, sort of hitting these both, alright.
I really hope this like washes away the occult ritual symbols.
The blast against each of them. One fails, one succeeds. It's a lot of damage, actually. This sort of bludgeoning wave of water splashes into them, scours the ground here. It does wash away certainly a lot of that blood, but it seems like those symbols are going to remain for the moment. Either way, 42 physical damage, so it actually should reduce by plus 10, actually. I don't know why it doesn't have a type there. And 32, actually no, half.
Oh, sorry, because I manually rolled it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'll fix it next time. Didn't kill the other one. That's
No,
all
didn't,
of my
because that one
actions.
succeeded. So, they're still holding on, still fighting.
A lot of damage.
This one's still slowed and grabbed. I don't think you are timing that by 10.
Shouldn't be slowed anymore. That was should only have been for. No, wait, right, Paris, excuse me.
It angrily lashes out at this dragon, critically striking on the first. And hitting.
Sorry, I'm sure it will survive this.
Second hit, it survives actually, it's holding on.
Wow.
Uncle of the Year.
I'm not gonna bother with fortitude or
Yeah,
sage for the survive.
it's
because
gone
it
in like
doesn't
60 seconds or 30
matter.
seconds.
Yarmos.
Right. Yarmos is going to go ahead and start lobbing ball lightnings with the concealment effect on the building grave palm.
Okay. Concealment effects?
Who
What do
can
you
give me
mean?
that? Like the fort save for make them
Dazzled?
dazzled.
Okay. Roll the damage.
That's regular. Right now,
it's always gonna bring
no
it, yeah.
crits. No crits, yeah.
So 3 damage, but at least puts him off guard, gives him an easier time to strike from Giraffe.
And then the other energy mutagen goes to Kiba.
Mm-hmm.
I believe
Thank
fire is his
you.
favorite flavor.
It is.
It will succeed against the dazzling effect, though. Sort of gets his eyes away from it.
And the Koyama's turn.
Giraffe. Them off guard.
Alrighty, let's go for a fan favorite double slice.
Sure thing. Fights like these, there's not much else to do. Definitely a hit.
Just roll the normal.
Yeah, roll it normal for now on. At least for these guys, of course. 20 damage. Its form is sort of bubbling almost as it's having a hard time holding itself together. You seal the
Just
deal
go
with another
down.
very solid strike. It will take exactly 21 because you combine the damages for the double strike and it easily sort of is split in two and destroyed into this puddle of goop. So,
And that leaves me with one action to stride up here and keep a flank.
Well, this one, as you guys are turning this around on them, they're going to continue striking. As they see you approach, Giraffe, they're going to go for you, and actually they're going to like spin around, striking at each of you with each of these strikes. So this first one hits Giraffe. Fortitude save. I'm going to roll against each of you. Natural one against Kiba. Kiba's fine, but unfortunately, Parith, you are crit by this other agile strike.
Champion's resistance.
Kiba calls out, seeing this nasty strike sort of suddenly going towards you. You're able to resist a lot of it because of that champion's resistance, keeping you up.
Alright. Enfeeble, of course.
Can't keep surviving.
And spirit.
Spirit damages. So there's that, and enfeebled.
Yes, please.
Alright, fortitude save from Parith. Oh yeah, you already did it.
I did
Good.
it, buddy.
And yeah, that is its turn. As it begins to burn from that spiritual energy to take 13.
Oh boy! Well, yeah, I have no heals, so I'm going to do all I can do, which is Scene Strike. Second verse, same as the first.
Coming out to the inner courage in every one of your allies.
And slash.
Will hit. And we'll deal 22 damage there. Well, of course, resisted, but
Ooh,
it's
I could
almost
kill it.
Please do.
It has never been very hard to hit these guys. They just are very
25
hard
should
to
be a
kill.
hit, right?
That is, yes.
Thanks to the flank, I assume. Oop, that's the wrong button.
Another clean swipe as Giraffe interposes himself between.
No. get
Oh no,
down.
Giraffe's
Just-
covering him.
T poses, clips through the enemy. Wrong button.
As you cleave into it one more time, this one falls. And DM Fiat time. This last one erupts into flames as it seems like it was connected to the life force of all the rest, as we're not going through another round full for one enemy.
We also all gang around it and smash it.
Yeah, essentially.
Wait,
When it comes
how
to
much
that-
experience did we get from the last two fights?
So you got 80 experience from the one in the Tar Lake and 80 experience from this one, so you should be at 320, 80, 60,
240.
240.
Unless I'm wrong.
You're correct, it's 240.
Yep.
Yeah, once a fight is pretty much over and you guys are not in any danger and it's been going for a while, yeah, no need to continue it.
Gaz immediately seizes the moment to complain loudly about what just happened. Oh, go through the north door, you said.
What? We're fine.
Not
Yep.
me.
Gaz, you're barely even touched.
I am filled with hurt.
I'm more hurt than you are.
Actually, I took quite a few blows, and it's because of Yarmus feeding me juice that I am still standing.
Everybody hurts sometimes.
Do you mind if we take like a little 2-minute break here?
We're gonna take our 5-minute break, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Alright. Yeah, we'll be back in a bit, guys. Going another 45 minutes still. So, see you in a bit.
Right.
I'm gonna keep
This dungeon.
the audio up still for the stream as well.
Oh, so we can't gossip about the stream? I mean, not that we do that.
Can I replace the metal in my blade with like actual fire and just hit enemies with fire from now on?
There's certain archetypes that allow that, but
Can I get a vorpal sword that lets me
Tell it-
one-shot enemies when I crit them?
I'm gonna excuse myself.
Good,
Yeah.
good time. Yeah.
Sounds like the
That's
geneticist
probably
thing.
for the best.
Can I build like one of those Ghostbusters vacuum packs?
Just bypass the vacuum pack and make a weapon to bludgeon the ghosts to death.
Like a backpack catapult, perhaps.
Seriously, though, once we start up again, I think Param, you should like trick magic item that healing staff, 3-action heal.
Dungeon's been pretty brutal. How is everyone looking at resources?
I've spent all of mine in this fight. More concerningly,
Oh,
the
whoops.
battle medicine is being spread around.
I still have it saying internet problems instead of on break. That's from last time, actually. Let me fix it.
I have actually no way of adding the like battle medicine immunity to people. So I think I used it on Kiba and on what is it, Yamus?
If they drag that immune
yeah.
effect to themselves.
There is an immunity effect, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. For some reason, I can't drag it from my character sheet apparently, but I can drag it from the chat.
If you drag the like battle medicine action down to the bar down there, and then just put it up to chat whenever you need to.
Now,
Or you can actually drag that immune effect down to chat. That might even work.
let's see. I'll test it out on. No, that just removed it from the bar.
I mean, I can just drag it to myself from the thing you posted in the chat.
Yeah, it's just I usually prefer dragging the stuff to people, so to like save work
Mhm.
and to keep track of it myself.
Yeah, I usually prefer everyone. Like, if it's your ability, you should be the one to put it on somebody else. Because they're not keeping track of your stuff nearly as much as they are keeping track of their own stuff, you know. Which is
Anyway.
easier.
I really need to like 10 minutes to repair my machine, or I'll be out of healing soon.
Don't worry, I'm officially out healing for you.
I actually did pick up battle medicine. I'm just not able to use it because of my 2 hands. So can I use battle medicine on myself?
Sure, yeah. Well, actually, are you immune?
It says the target is then temporarily immune to your battle
Ah.
medicine.
Yeah.
From that person for the... Yeah, actually, you can do it on yourself, too.
But I'm just gonna do a regular medicine rather than battle medicine.
Getting a second opinion.
In my opinion, your oils suck.
I'm glad that dragon actually did a little bit at least in that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
treat
actually reclaiming
wounds.
clutch a lot.
Yeah.
They are definitely force multipliers for casters who don't need to move in a fight. Definitely, because of that third action sustain.
Okay, I'm just doing the treat wounds action.
Well, this
And
fight-
that is a 30 when the DC is 15.
Well, you can change the DC up to get more healing out of it, because otherwise it's 2d8s.
I assume
Right.
I can't do that
48.
retroactively. I
Can't,
probably
yeah.
should.
Roll 4d8 for the healing.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Just wait till I start getting spellcasting dragons
Yeah.
when we get to the next level spells.
All right, I'm back now.
Welcome back.
Okay, we can just wait here 8 to 20 hours. I'll heal myself with full.
Alright, let's get back into the game here. Alrighty. Oh, I was probably running 2 audios at once. Whoops, whatever. Yeah, streams. They're hard. Let's see. Where were we?
I think we just survived the near-death encounter.
Yeah,
We
certainly
sure
did.
did.
Is there anything else you guys are doing here as you sort of recuperate after the fight?
Did we actually search this room yet?
Not really.
Like
Not
with the
exactly, no.
perception check, I mean?
No, you haven't.
I mean, if you take a 10-minute recess in here, I can fix up my thing, because y'all are looking pretty hurt, and I would like to be able to keep you healthy.
I would like an
Well,
hour.
Well, it's not like just looking will prompt another combat, right?
You guys
It's not
do
like
have,
we can accidentally trigger the rune and summon more of them.
you just have a look around. Yeah, you're pretty sure that this is deactivated. Its reagents, whatever caused those summonings, isn't here anymore.
So the circle isn't active at all. Like there's no magic from it.
No, there's none.
Okay.
You
So
don't-
those things were summoned from it just now, right? Or was it like way before?
You're not sure how fresh that blood looks.
Oh boy.
Could be an indicator though.
So are we taking an hour in here to try to fully heal people?
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to fully heal folks in an hour. I could get 340 hit point heals going in an hour.
We have
I
two medics
to-
here. We should be fine.
Yeah.
I need to take 10
I-
minutes to
I could
heal.
treat wounds as well. Not the best, but pretty good.
Okay.
I need to like take 10 minutes of that hour to repair my innovation, and the rest of the 50 I can spend healing.
You can spend all 60 healing because healing doesn't take 10 active minutes, I think. Or wait, no.
It takes 10
for
minutes.
Paladin.
I could do it 6 times,
Never mind. Yeah,
which is easy.
Yeah, I get to do
there's
it.
so many healing actions.
And do it to
purpose of it,
Xiba, to
You guys
Yarmos.
could take an hour, and it would be full health.
Okay, thank you.
What was that?
Hour for full health.
Okay. I accept between the 2 or 3 of us.
Yeah, you have 2 people that can medicine and you can do lay on hands. I think the
Yeah.
hour is generous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
hour
Yeah,
I can only
thank you.
do 3 of them, but
Much better than having only a thaumaturge chalice to heal, huh?
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. So,
How long does it take for it to recover from drain? An hour?
not drained, but stupefied that you're suffering from here.
No, I meant the thaumaturge chalice.
Oh, okay.
It's like 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Oh,
But also like 2 hit points per.
yeah.
During this break, I am going to destroy the circle on the floor.
Sure. Easily enough. You sort of find some chalk and sort of scratch through all the lines there. Definitely destroying it would take a pretty long time for someone to re-establish it.
Just in
And
case.
what kind of check would it be to examine the blood for how recent it is? How
Medicine.
fresh it is? Okay, well I can't do that.
Don't worry, I'll do it. Oh boy. Oh, my medicine roll is kind of poor.
Couldn't be more than a week old.
It's relatively fresh, 7 days at most.
Are you also able to identify the blood of people from Varnhold?
I think I'd need a specimen first, and I think the only one is the channeling corpse we left behind.
if the bad guys are saying that all of the people of Arnhold were already taken care of in this manner, we can probably safely assume that that's the truth.
Wait, you're actually putting trust in the word of some random guy who's been trying to trick and murder us this entire time?
How long were the bodies of how fresh were the bodies of all the beasts in Varnhold?
2-3 weeks, because they probably starved and
They would have.
yeah.
The people were probably gone long before that, as we recall.
As you
We may
guys-
not be able to save anybody, but at the very least we can put a stop to anything like this happening again here.
We can't give up hope. There might still be someone left to save.
And if there is, we'll find them.
And as you
More
guys
first half.
had a look around. Sorry, I didn't get to your perception checks. You didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. I just need to make sure I say that before you guys get too paranoid.
Thank you.
But yeah, perception check successful. Didn't see anything.
We got a couple more doors out of here. Should we continue?
Yeah. I have a feeling, call it a hunch, that this door isn't going to be progress, but it's going to be like loot. So I'm going to open the door.
Alright, heavy bronze door, smaller than most of the ones you've seen around. You enter a
I
space
cannot
that
see.
you cannot see in, yes.
Fair, get closer.
Parent isn't actually holding a torch. I am a torch for the viewers.
Yes, so that the viewers don't see in black and white.
Kiba,
And I
get
have
closer.
actual light.
Thank
Kiva,
you.
bringing the glowing glaive into the room here. You look around, and the walls of the chamber are covered in plaster, bearing frescoes whose color are still decently vibrant. The artwork depicts one-eyed humanoids rendered in a sway-backed style, sort of like Egyptian, maybe ancient Greek, sort of, in that sort of like sideways, sway-back sort of look.
Yeah, they're walking like an Egyptian.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Those are way different styles.
Well, yeah. It's ancient. It's, anyway. Yeah, it's a treasure trove of history, if any of you were interested.
I was right about the treasure part.
I would say Kiba is interested indeed, but we're in a really bad situation here.
Yeah, by the time to pour over it.
I was just more interested in how long the pigments can last here than anything.
I am opening.
Hold on. Can I take a look at these? Like, are they telling like a story or something like that?
Roll me a society check.
There could be something relevant here.
Yeah, it turns out that this depicts the fight of the Cyclopes against Vordakai, and they use his moral weakness against him.
You do see that this is definitely indicative of the ancient Cyclopean style, and they show common life amongst them. It would be of a great interest to a historian, all of this sort of like small details that you don't really find anymore after the millennia that have passed since ancient Eobaria had, existed. But there's no information really pertinent to you at the moment.
We'll have to come back here later and, I guess, take a drawing or something of these.
Yeah, perhaps.
If we
If only
survive.
there was some way to capture these images instantly. Perhaps if Gaz had some kind of gadget, maybe an imageograph or some such.
That's
I mean, that
statues.
creates illusions.
That's crazy. Stop making up such random and weird devices.
This statue screams trap to me. Be careful. I'm gonna make my perception check.
Sure, yeah. As you enter the room, there is this stone bench. Your roll covered up my reading.
I'm sorry.
There is a stone bench that sits at about shoulder height to you guys against the far wall of the chamber. Upon it rests a number of stone vessels and bronze tools. There's also a human-sized statue of a sway-backed humanoid, its hand clamped over its single eye, standing against the wall. Giraffe, as you're looking at this room, well, you're pretty certain that's not a trap. It's not a, danger to you guys. In fact, you think about that hand clamped over the eye as if to hide or to see nothing. You look behind it, sort of pushing it aside. It's actually a pretty light statue, seems to be hollow on the inside. And you see some cracks in the wall that indicate what seems to be a secret door, though the only way of opening it seems to be a small keyhole cleverly hidden in one of the cracks.
Oh. That's interesting. I think there's something back here. I'm going to search this table up here for anything that might resemble a key.
Looking across it, it's just a lot of very old bronze funerary tools, like scalpels and other things for embalming. So, the most useless item in Skyrim. The embalming tools.
Oh no, yeah.
Any Draugr in here?
Eh, you already fought a Draugr. The lone warrior.
So, Draft says there's something behind that statue.
We need a key, however, which I don't believe any of us have at this point.
Yeah.
You can also break the hinges again.
I should really learn that spell that opens things.
I can maybe try opening it again through disassembling the lock or something.
But how did that go the first time?
Really well until it didn't.
Well, it sits before you.
Doesn't hurt to try at least once. Unless it does.
Just
Go
be
on,
very
guys.
careful with it.
Surely my stupefied condition is not gonna make things worse.
Don't break it.
33. This time, after the experience you had with the other one, you identify this as also having a magical lock, but you're able to work your way around it this time, knowing what triggers it, what sets it off, and you're actually able to hear a satisfying click as it starts to slide down. The whole wall itself starts sliding into the stone below it, leading the way into another room. Sort of a puff of dust flies up as this room back here seems to be quite well hidden.
There you go.
Untouched.
Ain't no
That's a
magic
good
gonna
sign.
stop me.
Intriguing.
The walls of this room bear eye-shaped patterns and carvings, all of which seem to be looking at a point on the south wall. And I think this is the right one. Where you see a single carving of a giant stylized eye, sort of looming, staring down the room here. The eye's pupil is an intricately engraved relief, roughly the size of the palm of a hand.
I want to put my hand on it and
Wait,
press.
Draft,
What?
wait.
Oh, why?
Sort of
Not
hand
even letting us
hovering.
look at it.
I'm excited. I think I figured it out.
You know what? You can deal with whatever the trap is. Have fun.
If it's a trap, I'll suffer the consequences for my own
Ah,
actions.
you probably need light.
Yeah, I do.
Your hand is hovering above it as you were told to stop. What do you do, Giraffe?
Okay. You don't want to check anything first, Parath? You seemed kind of worried.
You made your bed, lie in it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to put my hand on the eye.
Does nothing.
I'm going to press.
It's cold. But nothing happens.
Alright, can you describe what we're seeing again? Because Giraffe kinda
No problem.
jumped in.
Sorry.
So, all along the wall, there are these smaller pupils that seem to all be looking down towards that major eye down there. That eye, differently from the others, has an indentation where its pupil would be, so it almost looks like it's that sort of effect that you can get if you inlay something where it's following you around the room. But it's also an intricate relief, roughly the size of a hand. It's the size of a hand, not a hand. Something may be placed in that hole, that relief.
Should get something like this for our throne room. Have it all point towards the main throne.
Gas tries to identify what the mechanism could result in if something were placed in there.
You get the very quick impression that this is of arcane nature. A little bit out of your league, maybe, but...
Visit, you take a look at this.
Yes, I was going to before Giraffe went in here and, did his thing.
I'm sorry. I thought I figured it out.
It's gonna kill you one day.
Maybe. It'll be a fun way to go, though.
Parenth, as you look at this and you start to see these intricate runes sort of carved into it here and there, you're piecing together a little bit of what this may do. It seems to have a lot of the runes and a lot of the insignias, even though in these strange ancient sort of reference. What is it called? Like a type of writing?
Hieroglyphs.
Hieroglyphics.
Nomenclature. No, there's a different word, but anyway. Strange way of a notation, a strange notation writing these. It seems to be a translocation spell. Of some sort, somehow, for some reason, to be activated once something is placed within that eye.
Well, Parent describes that, basically. Maybe we're missing some sort of item that would be needed to activate it.
Maybe. That seems more likely.
Maybe we're supposed to sacrifice one of our eyes to put in there.
Who would like to be the first?
Yarmos, I assume.
I volunteer giraffe.
It was a
I'm
joke.
good.
Draft, stick your eye in there. Come on.
No. I just thought since the statue had a hand over its side that covering the eye in there would have done something.
It's so very unsettling to look at.
This is a very neat room, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely something we'll have to remember and come back to.
Maybe if you find something with an eye we can take, we can try it, but it looks like it might teleport you somewhere, so I don't know if that's what you want.
Do we
Well,
happen
is
to
it
have
as an
any
eye?
eye-shaped artifacts from maybe 5 levels ago?
Oh, you could find. Perhaps something to look back into.
I'm attuning to that ring, by the way.
Sure. Attunement takes like a minute, I think, so.
Perfect.
I don't get the spell slots yet, but at least +1 Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, item bonuses don't stack, do they?
No.
You are still hands down the best person for that.
When are we gonna get more special reagent type magical items?
What do you mean?
We're getting there's like magical items that basically give you extra spell slots to work with. When are we gonna get any for special rage for the reagents that alchemists have?
Philosopher's Stone.
These are level 1 spell slots. They're worthless.
I feel like there
Sure,
might
you
be
can find
something
something to
like
do with
that.
them.
Just charge them with glitter dust and spam that.
That's a level 2 spell.
You see bronze double doors before you.
Oh, come on.
Well,
Let's do it, Giraffe.
They sort of creak open with that metallic sort of sound, and to a hallway where I will move you guys over.
this map is a lot of maps.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Man, I really wish that another unnamed tabletop company organized their maps like this, rather than having a giant grid consisting of thousands of squares.
Yeah,
That
it
just
sounds like it would
lags
lag
Foundry.
horribly.
It did.
Probably
Well-
a terrible idea to have a map that big.
Yeah, yeah, not Varnhold at all. Massive map.
Oh, this map is small compared to the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, originally these maps were all one map. Actually, I split them up because it was too big.
Probably looks better in real life. Have like a printout.
Mhm. You see a very long hallway with some stairs going up ahead of you.
Interestingly, are these stairs for like a normal sized person instead of a Cyclops?
No, they seem to be for a Cyclops.
Okay.
He's definitely Cyclops portion stairs.
And this is a Cyclops rock, and this is a Cyclops bowl.
So are they like half a
Cyclops
feet high?
I hope the
Step.
necromancer we fight is a Cyclops. That'd be cool. Actually, I don't. I take that back. That would make these pretty beefy.
I'm gonna help you catch up, Yarmos.
I really don't
Yeah, it's
fight
still
like
building on my end.
zombie
No.
Cyclops. That would suck.
So, as you guys look ahead of you, there's another set of double doors here.
Any magic coming from it?
None at all.
Okay.
Ready, keep it.
Absolutely.
You open up. As they creak open, you immediately see a pretty different room than those you've seen before. The room is divided in two by a pair of pillars carved in the likeness of leering fiends. West of these pillars, the floor is tiled the light-colored slate that's sort of ahead of you guys. To the east, though, the walls are Paizo does this thing where they flip around maps, and I didn't remake this. Anyway, to the west here, with this sort of light-colored floor, the walls are also unadorned there, with a single sort of altar there, with a bronze lamp sitting atop of it. However, in the eastern part of the room, the slate tile floors are darker, and friezes on the walls depict processions of animal-headed creatures marching along a black river's banks toward the dual shrines in opposite corners of the chamber. These shrines, carved out of quartz, bear depictions of a shadowy individual standing in a sinister longboat, and an unlit oil lamp and a shallow cup rest atop each of those altars. Between the shrines stand bronze double doors, their faces decorated with a mosaic of a winding river crafted from obsidian tiles. Hope you got all that.
Oh my gosh.
I have a feeling there's a puzzle to be had.
That was so much. I'm so sorry, everybody.
You can of course always ask, like, reminders, details, stuff like that.
Do we
I
recognize
feel like
the
we should-
animal-headed people?
Those seem to be some sort of just generic fiend of a sort, but actually, do roll me a religion check to see perhaps which
Gotcha.
type of fiend.
I'll be staying in this side of the room. For
May I
now.
join in on that?
Nothing immediately happens as Giraffe steps into the dark side. Yarmos, looking at those statues, they have the looks of daemons. Not demons, not devils, but daemons. Daemons are from the realm of Abaddon, and there's a story I always tell, where when somebody goes to Pharasma's court when they die, if they're headed towards Abaddon, there's always a devil and a demon standing before the gates, trying to tell the soul, hey, maybe you should go with us instead of going to Abaddon. You'll have a better time with Hell or the Abyss than Abaddon. Abaddon is the realm of pure evil, unadulterated hatred for reality, essentially nihilism incarnate. There's no joy in being a being from there.
Looks like Vordakai has a theme beyond necromancy. Demons.
Hmm.
Maybe this
Well-
is some sort of worship chamber or something.
Perhaps.
Well, we have the perfect opportunity to piss off some evil deities if we wanted to.
We should try to avoid doing that as much as possible.
Alright, let's gonna
Are we
take a look
supposed to
at this.
desecrate it? The Shellen and Samurai want that.
Generally, no. Desecration is not something that we try to do, especially if there's anything of any artistic merit whatsoever.
Religion check, Parath, if you're looking at that shrine. Or
Yes, he definitely is. Or the lamp, anyways.
Parent, you can tell that because this part of the room is lighter colored and unadorned and there's only a lamp unlit there, this is a place. It's not a practice you see in religion often, but in certain religions, they leave a part of the room to the spirit, not to the material. So, you're not supposed to do anything in this part of the room, save for just walk through it.
Parents will definitely back up from that lamp after realizing that.
Wait, to the
Wait.
light side, the spirit side?
Yes,
Gotcha.
it's not
So
for the
we-
mortal mind.
So probably bad things happen if we do things over here.
I want to take a closer look around at what these are and try to see what I can see about these.
Sure.
And I guess into it as well.
Sure. So, roll me a religion check, but you can notice off the bat that there are stains of something strewn from this table, including on that bowl.
Can't keep it.
It definitely seems to have been used, and perhaps quite recently. Yeah, I can't keep it, unfortunately.
Bleeding. Maybe I'll roll it again.
And looming above the altar, sort of on both sides of the room here, you identify a evil sort of deity, as you guys have been discussing. This one being Charon, the horseman of the apocalypse, or one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. But Charon is the horseman of death, and he's also sort of the boatman of the river Styx. He's, if you know the Greek mythology, he's kind of basically that, right? And you start to look at the religious aspects of this room. The dual altars are an archaic and obscure form of worshipping Charon, in which the smoke of the two shrine lamps symbolizes the rising of the spirits of the dead as they approach the river Styx. You can't tell much more than that.
Wait, so does this god ride a horse or a boat?
Both. Sometimes.
The horse is the boat.
Depends on the day.
A boat horse.
I have a feeling that we should not go through those doors on the east side.
All right.
Just a hunch.
Why, you think they lead to death?
I mean, it looks like a river, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's
so
fair.
from each of those altars is a river with a bunch of like daemons cavorting alongside the river that both lead to those doors.
I smell evil layer throne room that way.
I'm feeling that this is an apocalypse death cult, and I no longer want anything to do with this.
A
What
death
about
cult
putting
headed
it
by
down?
one person.
If they're a death cult, why not just give them what they want and kill them?
I have a feeling it's not that kind of death cult. It's more of a kill everyone else kind of cult.
Well, that's kind of hypocritical, isn't it? Like, kill everyone except for us. Like, if you're gonna call yourselves a death cult, commit to it. Anyways, let's go through these doors.
Are we allowed to open those doors, though, since they're on the spirit side?
Well, we were allowed to open the northern doors.
We're allowed to walk through.
It's most likely just for passing through. We probably just weren't supposed to do anything with the light on this side.
Opens up to a hallway stretching before you.
It's completely fine.
And it starts to wind and curve before you,
Oh,
starting to descend downwards.
I have more concerns.
Quite a ways, in fact. Do you guys
do you want to go the
continue?
other way?
No, it's up to you guys.
Take a quick peek. It turns again.
More
Turns
stairs.
and winds and descends. We'll be moving to a new scene if you guys continue.
Let's,
But
The
not
other
a-
door?
let's wait.
No boy, I have a
Come on,
bad
just, like-
feeling about this.
Symbolic of death. How bad could it be?
Look, there's nothing terrible about death itself.
Yes.
It's handled in
I
a
quite-
respectful manner.
Is there any magic coming from these doors on the east wall?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I think I prefer death headed by Pharasma rather than death headed by Charon.
I would agree, of course.
Parent, there's something, but you're having a very hard time telling what it is.
I wonder if we may have to do something with these altars before we can move through these doors safely.
Perhaps we can't even open the door. Let's try.
Let's say I didn't warn you.
As you try the door there, Kiva, you feel a surge of energy. Pulling your hand back, there's this sort of turquoise energy that starts to fill those rivers that are on the door, and then they start to stream towards each side of the room here, towards each of those altars. And
my.
as they do, you see the eyes sort of dripping with that sort of cold, dark, sort of black light of the horseman of death start to glow. And as they glow, the lanterns on each side of the room, signifying both of his eyes, begin to glow as well with this strange, material, cold, sort of like black light almost. And as it wafts around in the room here, bursting into this flame, it starts streaking this cold flame towards the group here. I'm gonna need, actually, I don't need initiative just yet, because traps, they go out of initiative first. I need everyone in the room to make a reflex save as it fills with this sort of black and white, cold flame.
Yeah.
Flame of
I'm
death.
gonna hero point mine.
Me too.
Guys, it's not getting grilled today.
25 it is.
Okay. 24, 18... Oh, 25. Well, yeah, keep the higher. So, Yarmus, you're able to dive for cover, taking this much damage. Total of 31 to you, and you're stupefied 1. Or, well, you're already stupefied, so I can't add
Stupefied 2? Or. Oh, okay.
No,
Doesn't
yeah.
stack.
Now, as you dive for cover, Parenth, you also take the same amount of damage, but I'm rolling it separately for each of you because you're making separate saves. You take 38 and you're stupefied 1. Actually, these lights are lagging the hell out of me. I'm just going to turn them off.
Oh my gosh.
You get the gist of it. So, with that, we go to Gaz. Gaz, you just barely dive out of the way. You also take this cold damage as it rakes into you a bit there. For the rest of you, fail. You take 50 points of damage, Giraffe and Kiba.
Ow!
You take 54 points of cold damage as this fire rakes into the room. And then, as quickly as it rises, it falls away.
Eva takes 54?
Yes. No initiative there.
What?
How about another hour?
I need to figure out what exactly is barring the way.
Wow.
Told you.
Okay, so fix it.
Why am I the one that always has to fix things?
Because you're a wizard.
You're
Yeah,
the
it's
best at these religious matters. Go on.
Ooh, can't solve magic with everything. I forget that. I watched the movie the other day. Anyway,
This is a bit too magical, so it's a bit of out of my field, but maybe there's some mechanical stuff going on as well. May as well take a look.
Are these splatters blood?
they seem so, yeah.
You probably just have to make some sort of sacrifice to enter the door.
Oh, lovely, a blood sacrifice. That's just what I wanted to do today.
The bowls do seem to be almost sticky with this sort of old blood.
You know, it seems like kind of a really, really poor way to lock your door to have to murder like 2 people every time you want to enter.
Maybe it's not that much blood.
Parents is going to, poke his finger.
I'll do that as well.
Okay. Oh, okay, you're actually, sort of cutting your finger a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Each of you takes a little bit of damage. 4 damage to each of you. As you do have to, let enough blood to at least fill the very bottom of the bowl here. You see that's sort of where it seems like how much blood is required. As you both are letting the blood, the lanterns, in turn, light up. But the flames don't seem angry this time, and you hear a click from the doors.
Ah,
That seems to have done the trick. Well done.
It really was that easy.
Mm.
Should have waited.
For a cult of death, there's not very much death involved with this lock.
you say should have waited, but I don't recall you having the idea of pouring blood into those earlier. If you did, you should have said something.
Don't blame me.
Then don't blame me.
I'm used
Blame
to
the architect of this devious trap.
Giraffe being the one that opens things blindly.
Hey, I was waiting.
You enter a roughly hewn chamber, as if it were never fully finished. Bronze double doors open in the north, and a passage exits to the east.
Let's check out the east first.
Why? Do the doors. How long does this stupefied last?
Just a minute, luckily enough.
Okay.
At least yours.
Are we opening these?
Yes, we are.
I mean, we're all. Oh,
Open it up, and leads to stairs. Giraffe is around a corner, and with some torchlight or someone helping out to see, it leads to seemingly a false stair. Climbs about 30 feet before there's a dead end to a stone wall.
This is a secret passage if I've ever seen one.
My goodness.
Or
Yeah.
Rather
unfinished?
like a mystery dungeon.
you guys know what to do. You should at least check it out.
Guess is going to search the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Some of you are better at that than I am.
Honestly, guys, this is tier. It seems just unfinished. Like they meant to do something up here, but never did.
I will be absolutely sure and try to like check the way it was built
Mhm.
to see if it really is just unfinished. 1 second.
It actually really is just unfinished.
Well, that's
Give me a second
shoddy.
opinion.
No, I'm pretty sure this is just.
We should all go back and check the wall again.
Yeah, let's just end the rest of the session here.
There's no way they would just leave a staircase unfinished like this. A room, yes, not a staircase.
As upsetting as it is, and as unfortunately not nice looking as it is, it's the case here.
Perhaps in
No.
the execution chamber, they put the prisoner up at the top and push him down.
This can't be right.
Come on, Kiba, let's go.
Give me a step up the 30 flights of stairs there.
Give me a moment. I just need to ensure that I need to check this for myself. Perception?
Yes.
Yay.
You see absolutely no sign of any secret door,
Ah.
passage, or anything amiss. It is simply unfinished.
Unbelievable.
Today's episode of Brightbound, the party hyperfixates on a flight of stairs.
You mean the stolen lands bound?
With trick magic item, there's no way to cast like a 3-action spell, right?
No, there isn't. It's some mad magic you have to add on.
Yeah. Okay.
Sort of like, yes, I know that out of combat you don't have the quote-unquote restriction of 3 actions, but it's also sort of like you have to get an incantation out in that time, and it sort of doesn't work with meta magic, essentially, yeah. So,
I am going to, before we move on,
Mhm.
I'm going to use my wand of heal to top Giraffe off.
Thank you.
I'm swapping to search mode in here, I believe.
okay.
Don't know if that succeeds or not.
We'll go, actually, Yarmos, guys, it's late for you guys, right?
Ooh.
Yep.
It's actually early for me. But I'm tired nonetheless because of waking up early.
Yeah. So, you guys mind if we wait here for the night?
Sure, let's do it.
Sure.
All right. So, that'll be the end of the stream. Thank you all for watching. Really glad to see Malpenheimer in here. Cool guy. You should go check out his streams. I think he's been playing Baldur's Gate. He's been playing Age of Sigmar. Yeah, I lurk in his stream every so often. But yeah. Kiba, you also stream.
Absolutely. I am Chris Kobold, the player of Kiba, and I stream here on Twitch at Captain Kobold. Tuesdays and Wednesdays generally, I'm a retro streamer focusing largely on Nintendo, Game Boy, and Genesis games. And Super Nintendo, I guess. All four of them. I did take last week off, but I should be up and ready to go again this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Come stop by.
Mm-hmm. So, that being said, all the maps today that you guys saw, well, you don't really need these maps anymore because you got the Foundry version, but I still like mine a little bit more because mine are a little bit more stylistic, actually. Anyway.
And they're not super huge.
Yeah, well, actually, no, they did the same thing I did. I think they took a lot of cues from my stuff anyway. But I can say, the official supplemental creator for Kingmaker because they will point everyone that asks in my direction. So, yes, thank you, Chris.
You bet.
But, yeah, if you guys like the maps, you can find them on my Patreon, patreon.com/KoboldDM. A ton of them are free. Others are, well, you pay a little bit for them. But either way, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Oh, ciao. I forgot about push to talk.